Hello, and welcome to this Penny Dragon game stream. My name is Tom, and I will be your GM tonight for the commencement of a new campaign, Candlekeep Mysteries. We'll get to in just a moment, but a few announcements before we start. Penny Dragon now has 7 campaigns in its schedule, streaming across 4 evenings a week. Each Tuesday, you can join the Fellowship of the Fallen. The party has dealt with the elementals summoned by the cult. But what are the missing children and the villagers? DM Joanne promises a surprise in store for the party. Oh gods. Then on alternate Thursdays, GM Craig takes us on a brand new campaign to the chilly north where the party comes together as a string of grisly murders sweeps the 10 towns. The people on the Dale on Edge, this faceless killer stalks the tundra. And the question in everyone's minds is, will I be next? This Friday's game will have GM Richard and the Churn Gang back in the ongoing Humblewood campaign. Woot has killed her sister Clarabelle and the gods are preparing for war. Next Friday, meanwhile, will be the return of the nightly Sopherone saga, after the first part of Operation Aberration that GM Dave ran last week. This Sunday, the Cloaks of Mindhem, run by GM Ben, remain on hiatus, sadly, through to next Sunday. So we need to wait to the 17th to see how, or perhaps if, they survive the Brigade's stronghold. Meanwhile, the Violet Madness, with GM Mark at the helm, returns on the 10th. In case you missed it, the previous Madness episode had everything: a horse race, walls of fire, people getting polymorphed and banished, murderous thieves, and Raven Queen pamphlets, of all things. For all campaigns and all the various one-shots, VODs are available immediately on the Twitch channel for subscribers, and would normally be available on the Penny Dragon YouTube channel within 48 hours, allowing the opportunity to catch up on any episodes you may have missed, or indeed wish to see again, Shadina shippers we see you for that. As always, you can influence the game by the use of channel points, bits, and subscriptions, providing bless, inspirations, and healings to any of the players, or to the GM, perhaps. Details are in the information down below. Scroll down. Quickly, a plug for Penny Dragon merchandise. Follow the bot in chat for the link to the Stream Elements page, where you can get t-shirts, stickers, mugs, and more showcasing art from the various artists who contribute to Penny Dragon games. Thank you all so much. You all do amazing work. To keep up with Penny Dragon games, go to our various socials and join the conversation at the Discord. For this stream, I'd like to shout out Dungeon Alchemist, which will be the map program I'm using exclusively to create all the encounter maps the party experience, as well as the landing page that we see ourselves on now. Thanks as well go to Tabletop Audio for the music available directly within Roll20, and to the various creators of Candlekeep Mysteries for Wizards of the Coast. Normally we'd meet the players at this point, but beginning tonight, let us set the scene. By the Dale reckoning, it is the year 1498, and spring is just turning into summer at the Sword Coast on the western edge of the continent of Faerun. It is a land that has seen much turmoil over the years, from the frigid wastes of the Icewind Dale, always locked into winter. Southwards past the city of Neverwinter, where Lord Neverember continues to consolidate his power on the backs of venturing parties such as the Fellowship of the Fallen. Southward still lies the city of Waterdeep, as always the site of secret intrigues between the power factions, where old factions such as the Zentarum and the Harpers now contend with the new adventurers guilds such as Lambert and Wolf. We continue more south along the coast of Baldur's Gate, paranoid and wary about potential fiendish ambitions of its sister city Etorial. And as we continue this journey, approaching the cloud peaks that separate the Sword Coast from the country of Arm, we come to the town of Beregost. Fairly unremarkable, other than a minor part in the events now colloquially known as the Storm King's Thunder, this town is most well known as the nearest settlement to the Great Library of Candlekeep. Candlekeep is renowned across the lands as the central repository of magical tomes, unique books, and scrolls of power. Most recently, the scribes of Candlekeep, known as the Avowed, hosted a festival in the town of Beregost, celebrating the Day of Denier, the lost god of scribes. A minor part of this celebration was a call to arms for an adventuring party to provide assistance within the Great Library in tracking down literary works not yet in the collection. Such a group was indeed assembled and had an early success in the basement of a long-ruined wizard's tower. The reward for this was a night of revelry in the microbrewery now situated above those ruins. And then 2 days of boredom after being assigned to watch over the dismantling of the festival marquees. We are now 3 days after that, the morning sun strikes up. And you, my adventuring party, are now finally available to make your way to Candlekeep and formally assume your duties. The town guards open the gates, let you out on the coastal road, and our players stand before us. John, why don't you introduce us to your character first?
How's it, everyone? I am Jean. I play Frody Stoutfoot. He is a halfling of the sorcerer variety who, up until 3 days ago, was 1 inch shorter than he currently. Yeah, 1 inch, or was it 2 inches? I can't remember. 2 inches shorter than he currently is because of a wild magic surge. So, yeah, looking to throw some more chaos into this pot than there already is. Not that it's needed.
If we're talking of chaos, let's go to Dave next for your character.
Hey all, I'm Dave and I'm playing Sir Richard Blythorn, a dashingly handsome young noble, fifth in line for the throne, who realised he was actually in fifth in line for a life of boredom and fled his life of privilege for one of adventure. Richard is highly skilled with his rapier and wit and has a particular affinity for picking locks, but more about that later.
Thank you kindly. Mark, let us introduce you to your character.
Characters. Hi, I'm Mark, and I shall be playing Hendrik Mortar and Bone Scavenger Pistol, collectively known as Mortar and Pistol, a 16-year-old lizard folk wizard with an apparent identity crisis, so it seems. He's most likely the only person in Candlekeep that you could have two completely different conversations with at the same time. But when he introduces himself as Mortar, you'll find that he's a bit of a know-it-all and will not hide that fact one little bit. He's a very calm and calculated individual. But when he introduces himself as Pestle, however, he is quite feral, dim-witted, but he always tries his darndest.
Thank you very much. Christian, our man in the tech bunker, now released out into the front lines.
Hey.
Who is your character for today?
Yeah, I'm Christian and I'm playing Brew. He's a Wood Elf monk. A bit of a rule breaker. He would regularly sneak out of the monastery to go and spend his evenings in the taverns. And yeah, that's me.
I'm sure there'll be more about that at another point. Ben, we'll come to you next.
Hi, I'm Ben. I will be playing the Iron Mind. He is a human fighter with where's my zoom gone? Sorry. He is a human fighter with the magic initiate feat because he has some psionic abilities. He is an Iron Mind, which are elite bodyguards that are trained from as early as the school can get them to be completely obedient and have no sense of self, which makes them perfect bodyguards. So he has no name or sense of identity. He refers to himself as this one or one, not referring to himself as I or by a name. So he's just, but he on the way to his first assignment, his master to be died in an accident. So he is now wandering without someone to give him orders, but he has very recently latched onto somebody and is acting as a de facto bodyguard to Ori or Auri. I've forgotten the pronunciation. I'm sorry. That is the Iron Mind. He is he's not as chatty as I am.
Thank you kindly. And let's come to our last character who has her own bodyguard. Kira, take it away.
Hi, I'm Kira. I'm going to be playing Ori. She's a very young half-elf bard, about 5'6", pale skin, green eyes, bright red hair. Changes her mood and mind as quickly as a key. She's an entertainer, a singer. She sings, I don't. And she's set out on this journey.
Marvelous. Auri, you are, as a new member of the Avowed, the de facto leader of this group, whether you choose to accept that role or not. You are aware that at this point it is some 40 miles from the town of Beregost to, as I move all over to the map, if we scroll down to the bottom for those who don't see it, you see Beregost is there. It is some 40 miles up the coastway and then onto the road known as the Path of the Lion that takes you to the peninsula where Candlekeep can be found. Is there anything my travelling party wish to do as they leave Beregost? Or is just the plan to get on your way as soon as possible?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
I've
plan for me.
sorry, definitely gone and with the newfound cash that we found, I will go and exchange my try and sell my leather armor for it's actually pretty good condition for studded leather armor.
That's fine. There are enough shops in Beregost that would
Cool.
take on that on, so you can make those updates.
Trying it on, it's a bit kind of tight and
Squeaks a bit round
squeaky,
here and there.
Yeah, but he's getting used to it. He
That's
still
great.
has his white, very fine noble's cloak that is a little bit threadbare, but he still thinks it looks great.
Yeah, the
Now-
bear stains aren't too visible. That's fine.
No.
Now we're screwed. We've got a squeaky grog.
It'll be fine. I'll do a few press ups, as it were.
As you squeak your way out of Beregost, headed north onto the thing. The weather today's not too bad. A little overcast, but patches of sun around here. As you head north on the way, you can see mostly around you is farmland, or rather patches of farms, and then most of it being scrubland. You head half the day up. There doesn't seem to appear to be a lot of traffic. Whether people are still nursing hangovers from the recent festival and may not want to travel too much. The turn off onto the Lion's Way is fairly clear, fairly obvious to see, and you turn your way onto that. Who is helming this expedition this day?
With my
No,
survival
it's a-
skill, not a chance.
Probably not the squishy wizard.
The Iron Mind does not have great wisdom and does not great survival skills, but if he's plonked at the front of the marching order, he will. His natural state is being plonked, in front of somebody as a meat shield.
Fair enough. Iron Mind then. Give me a survival check to see
Oh,
how.
God.
Just as a general watch.
I tried to put, I was like, that's what he would do, but I did my best to undersell it and try.
That
and
was
get
good
someone to
volunteering. I was very marvelous.
That is a 10. He's
Mighty
more
10.
of a house guard. No, more of a diplomat's bodyguard.
As you're looking round, yep, there's definitely no walls. There's no walls. Assassins can hide behind. This is all good. We like this. As you head along,
The way
this
looks
line-
clear.
The way does look clear. You can see there's little patches of trees here and there, clumps of little bits of nature sticking out from, again, the mostly scrubland. You're leaving the farms behind you. You enter one such of these. Let's see what everyone's passive stealth is. None of you said otherwise.
Stealth.
Passive stealth.
Passive
Passive stealth.
would be
Oh, no, that was
a-
a thing. Is that a thing? Awesome.
Oh yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's
And
How do you calculate that?
most of you are pretty good on your passive stealths.
Yeah, any of the passives would be 10
10 plus modifier.
with whatever
Oh,
the
wow,
modifier.
okay, good to know.
Oh,
And if you have disadvantage, is it
Cool.
minus and plus 5 to passives? In which so I've got minus it. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Learning-
I
learning
believe that
tonight.
makes the Iron Mind's passive stealth. Is that a 4, Tom?
That is
Would
4
Would that be his
for the Iron
passive
Mind.
stealth? Am
More
I
the
calculating that
iron
correctly?
foot than the iron mind. But anyway,
Yeah.
So the rest of you are fairly ghosting along this course of forest. Ka-dunk, 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 ka-dunk. The Iron Man is basically the Tin Man walking through this thing, possibly humming to himself. Who knows? Thus, when you come to the open clearing ahead of you, which I've not put your tokens at the bottom, which is remiss of me. So let me grab that now. You are headed through this small clump of things, and you are all rather surprised. I'm throwing you on randomly. You may need to sort out your order.
oh, I can't see nothing.
Uh.
I can see I can see Bruce's hand.
Oh, really? There should be night on this. It should not be night on this. That's interesting. I will do all that in 1 second. Frony and Sir Richard. This would be that map I didn't look at. to make sure it was all fine. Dynamic lighting, daylight mode. There we go. Ding.
There we are.
So that should give you. So as you head to this thing, you suddenly look up from where you are, and you realize ahead of you, the road has narrowed, and a farm cart has been placed across it. You see a number of, your guess would be farmhands on the way, but a couple of them have pitchforks, and they're all staring you down, and you can see one off to the side attempting to hide, failing even more worse than the Iron Mine managed, and they have a longbow to hand. And the gentleman in the cart is, excuse me, sirs, if you'd be so kind, this would be a toll booth, and we'd be requesting some money from you to pass.
Under whose authority is that?
They look around. Under mine, sir, on account of I'm manning the toll booth.
I'm not aware of any toll booths on this road. I was not informed of any.
It's a new thing, see? It's just been set up in the last day or so. Need to get it up and running. We need a total from you of, could someone roll me a D12?
Not me.
I'll try.
Good luck.
Alrighty.
Don't have to roll it twice, by the way.
There's a 2.
We're
Two's
looking
good.
for a total from you all of 22 gold. Supply, please. You see a couple of guys behind them going,
So
that's what I said. I said 22. I'll go with that now.
Do you have any official documentation that allows you to take the taxes from the people passing by here?
There's a very kind of like, one moment, sir. And there's this hurried conversation. I don't have one of the. We've decided on account of we're here manning the booth. That should be official enough for ye. So you could spread the 22 between you all. We're not expecting from one person. That'd be a bit mean, we think.
at that point, Frony will step up and say, "But didn't you hear about the special delegation coming through?"
What special delegation of that? I had nothing on that. You're very small.
I'm tall, thank you.
Can I try and stealth in here? Sorry, Sean.
Roll for
go.
stealth. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to cause a distraction.
Yeah.
And I'm just going
Thank you.
to, point at Auri and say, my lady here needs to make her way to Candlekeep. She has important business there.
Aye.
Kira, is Auri wearing her avowed robes at this point, or is she just in leather armor?
No, she would be because
In the robes.
Yeah, because she finds she got them and she got them.
You'll notice one of the ones that's like, yeah, Hodgkins, that's one of the avowed. We can. I see your man wandering off into the bush there. I don't know if he's relieving himself or some such. He's quite.
Never mind him.
He'll just
So you can be moving off the road if you want, Sir Richard, but they are aware that where you are at this point.
He'll just make noises like he's having a wee.
Essentially, you've just found a muddy puddle and you're splashing your way through it right at this moment. One of the avowed. We can do you a discount. See, that works for you. Auri, you are aware there is no such toll booth on this road.
Yeah, I'm afraid that's just not going to work at all for us. So step aside.
We're just looking for a bit of money, really.
Step aside.
Yes, but we don't even have any gold on us. That's a lie. You have 40 gold on you. Shut up. We don't have any gold.
Kira, can you make me a persuasion check? The DC's gone up ever so slightly thanks to Pestle.
I knew Mark's character was going to screw us over at one point. I didn't expect it so early.
Yeah. Sadly, more than one of them heard Pestle's comments. They said they had how much? How much? If we were going to need to insist, it's the Lord's new thing to look after the land for the farmers that work on it. See?
Yeah, I'm not even going to roll insight on that one.
No, it's quite clear. All your passive insights are enough to say this guy is trying to fob you off.
Lore is
Yeah.
a new thing.
Iron Mind is gonna bend. He's about 6'3". He'll bend. I'm not quite sure how tall Auri is. Or just kind of bend down and to say and raise his hand, sort of looking for permission to speak.
You can speak, my man. That's fine. I allow you. As he waves his pitchfork at you.
By all means,
Looks at-
you go with him.
Says, well, it seems that there are two ways to proceed. I have a little need of this gold. I could pay the price that they are asking if you would like to handle this peacefully. It appears they might be disingenuous, or I could unsheath my halberd and we could deal with this more violently. But with your permission, I can clear the road.
Should I turn around and ask everyone what they kind of want to do, or?
What's that man say? I didn't quite hear what he's saying. Run the halberd off his back. What?
I think we need to deal with these people. There's no need for them to be like this. They need to be taken care of. Let's go.
Richard
Very well.
has his hand crossbow out ready to go.
Whoosh, halberd.
Oh,
Forward.
now see
His
here,
long
you seem
axe.
to be taking your weapon out there. That's not kind of.
You appear to be robbing us.
I know robbing's a harsh word. It's applying tolls on the road. What we required for our livelihood, see, sir. There's just a hint of nervousness about this fellow at the moment. Is anyone making a move forward?
Iron Mind will take a step forward. What a 5 foot.
I will shoot a crossbow bolt to land in like against the wood, kind of thing.
And I draw as well and step forward.
As that happens, I'm going to conjure Mage Hand with a single gold coin in it and drift it over to Mr. Mouthy on the wagon and say to him, "That's all you're getting. You better leave."
Hearing that, Iron Mind is going to cast message, and then Whisper is going to speak into the leader's mind and would say, "A gold piece or your life. I think you'll be the richer for the gold."
Don't pay them anything, they're riffraff.
Don't pay anything.
And the gem, the purple gem embedded in the Iron Mind's forehead glows ever so slightly when he.
Just picture with that nat one and still Sir Richard is just peering behind some leaves going, "Don't give him that."
Very probably. Iron Mind, roll me a d20 as your charisma modifier.
That's not going to be good.
Use my blast to give him -4 in this.
Where is my?
Dave just wants to burn a hobo his way through this.
Oh, sorry. I need to add my. Well, it's going to be -1, I think. So 5. He has -1 is too much charisma for him. He has no sense of self.
He's very charismatic for who he is.
See, they only rolled an 8, so you weren't going to need much. But so there is one moment where the guy's just reaching out for it, and then he hears Sir Richard go, "Don't pay them that." Well, that's not mean of you. Right, lads, getting them. And let's roll initiative.
Excellent.
Here we go.
1916. Oh, very, very apt.
Of course, I'll roll a natural one.
If
Wait,
it lasts,
does halfling luck extend to initiative?
It is initiative. It is technically a Dex ability check because bards get
Ability checks. Yep. All right. Let's go again.
Nice.
Yay.
Sorry, where's my? Oh, there it is.
Oh, great.
Oh.
Yes,
Hey,
so
better than
much
no one.
better.
Better than no one.
Oh, okay.
Is that everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah. How high is that, Tom? Sorry, quick question.
That is it's 10 foot or so where they are currently.
So she's 10 foot up. Okay, good to know.
Yes. Let's do a bit of. I don't remember what that battle music. Let's try this battle music. Let's see what happens. So, mortar and pestle.
Nice.
Whichever one of you goes first.
Okay, it's gonna be Mortar, and he's going to see that everyone is kind of ready for action. He'll just be like, conjure a flame into his hand and toss it right towards this old wagon here, and the cart below the wagon. I understand.
So you're aiming to hit the cart, or you aiming?
No, the guy. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Firebolt is what is happening. That's a 15 to
15 is enough. You roll
Okay.
for some damage.
And the damage will be 3 points of fire damage.
He cries out in shock and surprise and a little bit of pain. That thing.
Yes, it's not my strongest flaming bolt, but try harder next time, yeah?
Any movement? Any bonus actions?
Oh, I am staying put.
All right. Brew.
Yeah. I don't really want to get closer for now, but I'll go and stand there. I don't want to get up in the middle of them. So yeah, that's all for me for now.
That's all for you for now. Alrighty. The commoner struggling with their longbow up there. They can see you, Sir Richard, trying to head towards them on that wonderful stealth you rolled. So they will clumsily attempt to send an arrow towards you. I've just closed their sheet, which is a very bad time to have done that. Where is their sheet gone?
You alt click their token. If you alt double click their token, it'll pop back up.
Yeah, I've mixed them up for who they should be. So I'm trying to find now the list on that ridiculous thing where I did press them in the wrong place and gone, they should be over here. There we go. That's the one I want. Ba-dick.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that'll do it, sir.
So they've had time to watch you to line this up. And at close range, despite their ineptitude with it, that is pretty good damage.
Yeah, he's hurt.
Level 1, ladies and gentlemen.
And there's always that look of shock as they go, oh, whoo. I didn't realize quite how strong they were going to be able to doing that. But it's your chance to respond.
Indeed it is. Richard. So he will bonus action quaff his potion of healing immediately. So I do believe I rolled 2d4 plus 2.
If you're using a bonus action, yes, you roll with bonus actions. And for those watching, potions are a bonus action to roll or an action to take the full amount.
Plus 7.
Cool.
Okay. So he goes, the arrow goes through him and he goes, ah! Makes a little kind of high-pitched squeal that even he's surprised about. Uncorks the thing and throws a bit in the wound, knocks the rest back, and he goes,
see the wound closing up.
Damn you, commoner. Time for you to die. And he'll take a shot with his hand crossbow.
Go for it.
That will be an 18 for 5 piercing.
5 damage as they are aware. And that is... They just keel over. Still that look of surprise on their face for the damage they've done to you.
I warned you. Well, I didn't, but you got the message. Here you go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He'll end up here. Still kind of in the trees a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, he is a bonus action, isn't he?
You've used it.
No, he used it already. Yep, cool. Thanks.
The commoner here calls out, oh my God, they killed Vanessa. You bastards. And he will load up his sling and he will Yeah, he'll go for you, Sir Richard, because you are the one who did that killing blow.
Wow, okay, great.
The weapon
For a
of
19 to hit.
That'll do it, yeah.
Jesus.
For 1 bludgeoning damage. Yeah, got a hit. Oh, he doesn't seem anything more than irate. Should I have done that? And that person pops back a little ways. Yeah, Rod, you go next. You go next. And we will move then on to this one here. Will climb up onto the cart next to the other one. And they are just going to throw a rock at Brew as you are the nearest person there. That does an 18 hit.
It does.
Cool. You will take 1 point of bludgeoning damage. Here, Hodgkins, we don't seem to be doing much to them. Are you sure? An Iron Mind.
Going to move up here. Get within within reach of his halberd.
Yep.
And is gonna swing on this dude. Is the leader Hodgkins?
The leader is Hodgkins,
Hodgkins?
yes.
Okay. Come on. Oof.
11, I think, is just not enough.
I think it's gonna miss.
It does miss. He
Now
just manages to kind of duck back, and you just catch the rail of the cart.
Oh damn! I always, I always forget. It's action surge, second level, second wind, first level. I don't have action surge. This is a very bad job interview for bodyguard.
You did all right in the previous one down in the basement.
Yeah,
so this
is true. Yeah. He swings.
Cool. Anything else?
He's just gonna say, "Flee." I would suggest you flee.
Okay. Ari, you are next.
She's really annoyed at these people now, so I think it's gonna. Can she step forward then and to the side, Iron Mind, and could she cast Vicious Mockery on
I don't know.
Leader? Can she?
Can.
We can
She
try.
absolutely, you can do.
Yeah.
So she is going to do that, and she's going to look at him while she's doing it and go, "Is this really how you pictured your life turning out?"
Oh wow! Going with the mom comment straight off the bat.
Yeah.
It is not how he pictured his life. And you see he's just suddenly racked with guilt and pain, and does not would be much more than bloodied if we were on the old systems. It's very much more weak and frail all of a sudden. And I believe that would be something off his next. Yeah. His disadvantage on his next attack roll. Lovely. Anything else?
No.
Why is Sir Richard on this order twice? Interesting.
I don't see myself twice on that.
No, he's not. He's not twice on mine.
No, he is on mine.
I mean, I can go twice if you like, but
unless there's mortar and pestles.
Unless they get
a
two
bit similar. Maybe.
What's that?
No, I was saying unless it was
mortar and pestle on twice as well for me. It's very odd.
Oh.
I'll just skip to them, I suppose.
I will skip past those turns.
Yeah, I just got hasted at a very low level.
Yeah. Are they on like twice in a row on each one, or are they at different?
They're at different points. It's different initiative numbers.
Weird.
Very odd. So this one will clumsily stumble his way onto there, sees Auri, and actually doesn't go straight for the person behind. See, they do not want to. Something about the rows go, oh, no, maybe not. And the club will come towards you, Brew, for a 5.
No.
as it just kind of misses everyone entirely. As he's too busy kind of looking over. Auri, you're Miss Hero. Sorry, Miss. Didn't mean to. Let's pass. Fronny.
All right. So I am firstly going to run to about there, just to put some distance between me and everyone.
Okay.
And then just because
Fireball.
just in case fireball happens. And then because you've grouped them up so nicely, let's go with a chaos bolt. So pulling out one of the playing cards out of the pocket and flicking it at Mr. Mouthy over there. 18 to hit.
18 will definitely hit.
All right, let's see what we get. So that will be, that's it, it's a 5 or a 1. So that'll be, let's do acid. So mid-flight, it just turns into a glob of greenish goo that hits him smack in the center of the chest.
Ooh, how do you dispatch poor Hodgkins?
Is he wearing any armor?
He's wearing leather. He was wearing leather armor. I suspect in a minute he won't be.
Yeah, so it burns right through the leather armor. Let's say about a 2-inch hole into the chest. And as he falls back, the mage hand that I'm still concentrating on, by the way, just gonna drop the gold coin.
I like it. Do me your. We're doing surges, aren't we? So if you do your roll for slotted spell, could you also do me do an intimidation check?
Alrighty, let's just do the wild magic first. I'm fine.
You're fine.
And where is my intimidation? There's my intimidation. 11.
Okay. Let's just do a quick bit of boop for those. Okay. They all look pretty shaken, but they seem to be, their nerve is holding for now. Anything else?
No, that'll be it for my turn.
Randomly, a high mind has gone into certain things. Cool. Skip that because that's up there. He did, so he can't do it.
Sorry, I was trying to change the settings on something. I didn't realize it was rolling it.
Right. So this one here, a little bit angry. Really, he has a pitchfork and he will charge towards Iron Mind.
We've got a pitchfork. I know how to use it.
Along those lines. I'm rolling on club, but that is actually a pitchfork. Does an 11 hit?
No, 16.
It's pretty much, you see him coming from a mile away. You just put the helmet in and catch the ting. And he kind of comes to a sudden halt. This one here will, they pull out their sling and they will also have a go at you, Iron Mind. For a 4. There he manages to miss the person in the wagon as this thing flies past. Here, Atkins, what are you doing? And this one will. So this one is going to start scrambling up. We'll attempt to climb up that log to the bit that's higher up. So I will have them make a dex check. And they will go arse over kettle onto the floor this side. You get the impression they were possibly going up to try and get the short bow. Top of the round. Mr. Lizard Man. Or Lizard Folk, I suppose.
Now is how they say is to go big or to go home. I'm going to cast the guiding bolt, which I learned in the School of Quandrix, and I'm going to cast it by my good friend Iron Mind.
Yep, okay. I think 21 just hits.
Yeah, so send out a shot of bright light for 11 damage.
You can describe how this one is dealt with.
So yeah, this bright kind of pinkish, yellowish kind of light just hits this guy's or girl or gal or whatever straight in the chest, and they just kind of just like look down, and as they do, they just disintegrate and evaporate into nothingness. And I'm going to use my bonus action, like a dog chasing a frisbee. Just the tongue out of the mouth, just going to race up to here, look at this one dead in the eye, and go hi, and bite them big time with the hungry jaws trait that I have.
Jaws.
So as everyone else is just looking towards just this pitchfork left, caught on that between the halberd and with the hand impressions burnt into the shaft of it. 8 will not do.
That's fair. That's fair.
Somehow, God knows how, but somehow you're not able to quite get past. This one is so skittish; they're already backing out the way. Do roll me another intimidation check while you're there.
I shall. That is a 16.
Yeah, there's a very definite uh-oh. And you get the impression they aren't going to be hanging around very long in that spot. But it is Brew who goes next.
Yeah, me. Okay, so I'm going to have a look at the one in front of me and say, you all could have been like the wind and just blown away. But now you have to be like stubborn boulders, and I'll have to crush you. And I'm going to hit this one with a short sword.
Okay.
$20 for 6.
Lovely. So that short sword just comes out and the head flies and lands on this outcropping of rock up here, staring down on everyone. The body takes that extra second just to stand there, and then it turns and collapses.
And then I'll move up to here. And then bonus action, unarmed strike. Give him a backhanded slap.
Which one are you going? You going for the one on the wagon or the one to the side? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, please tell me you bitch slap him to death.
Nice.
If you wish to bitch slap him to death, you may well do
That
so.
is what I do.
Oh, fucking hell.
That is so fast. The hand goes around, and the audible crack as the net snaps echoes back through off the trees.
Awesome.
You get the impression at this point that the other people here have kind of gone, you know what? I have some other place to be, like another country over.
Cool. And that's it for me.
That's it for you. So they are definitely looking to run, but Sir Richard, you are before they get to move.
10, 15. Is this... Sorry, I was there.
You can climb that. It's 10 foot, but you can...
No, so that's up, is it? It's
That's
not,
up, yes.
I
So
can't
the
squeeze around
rock
the
is
side of that.
up.
Okay, so
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 15 will do. And this person's engaged with one of my allies, so I can sneak attack if I hit. So I'll go with the hand crossbow. It's an 11.
11 will do.
That's 7 sneak. Sorry,
That
7.
is
7
more than enough damage
Clunk.
to send them cartwheeling off the cart.
If I move
Splat
to
into-
here,
Yeah.
it's an action to use a skill, isn't it?
Depends what you're trying to do.
Trying to
generally.
intimidate them into not fleeing. Like, stand your ground and receive your punishment.
Okay.
You will be brought to the nearest
Anti-intimidation
authorities. Yeah, but that's why I'm asking, because I think it would be an action to do that.
I think I know. I'm gonna let you roll intimidation for that. I think you can do that off the back of what's going on here.
Okay, cool. Intimidation.
I agree with you. Yes, for the most part, it would be an action.
That's
but
a 4.
okay.
His voice breaks him. Stand your ground.
Problem is, as far as they're concerned, you went to the toilet break, and then you've come back and you've got muddy boots, and it's just.
Oh, that's mud.
Yeah.
me too.
Well,
This is brand new armor.
and also they kind of really don't want to be here anymore. So you see this one just turns and just books it. They're just gone. Just out the way, absolutely not hanging around at all. They're dead. Iron Mind. You let them think. So at the minute, you have one running away and one is prone on the floor here, but looks like they're going to try to scramble away very shortly.
Iron Mind is, well, he was, as far as he sees it, they initiated. He is just to do his job. He was threatening the people that are his charge. So he is going to fire 2 of his magic missiles at the one fleeing and 1 at the one that's prone.
All right.
And he is going to release psionic bolts of force from his gem. Now I don't know if it's gonna. Oh, sorry, I got a roll.
So 2 at the one running and 1 on
One.
the round on the grow.
Two.
I'm
Oh,
okay.
I did the
I say I'm happy for you to
7
roll
and-
once for all 3 of them, but you can roll separately.
Oh, sorry.
Well, that's up to you. I don't mind which you pick on that one. So it's the first 2 to the one running and the second one to 1 on the floor.
7 to the running one, 5 to the prone.
Describe how you finish this encounter.
It's pretty bloodless. It's just he stands and he sort of starts, kind of laying his halberd to rest in rest position, and he touches the gem on his forehead, and then and they just go and sort of ding them in the head, and sort of concussive blast just kind of knock them out painlessly, bloodlessly.
Are you going for to knock them unconscious, or are you going to kill?
No, it's lethal. It's the threat. He hasn't really developed much of a moral code yet.
That's absolutely fair. Yeah. So as this one scrabbles away in the dirt and that one's running hell for leather on the lion's way, the bolts go in. The guy who's running goes another 5 foot or so along, skidding through along the dusty road. And with that, we are out of combat.
Check the leader, please.
You may check the leader. Roll an investigation check.
Yeah.
He is. Iron Mind's
I'm
just
going to
going
use
to
my
say.
bless.
Oh, I'm.
That'll be a 12. Is it?
10.
10. Sorry, it was 6 I rolled. Sorry.
Cool. So on this person, you find. Roll me a d4. They had leather armor. It's a bit melted now, sadly. But you do find a packet of turnip seeds, and that's it.
Turnip seeds.
Turnip seeds.
Okay, that's what I thought I heard.
This one apologizes if they, the assailants were fleeing. This one did not think that you would be able to catch them. Should this one apprehend ruffians in the future, or slay them?
I guess it really does depend. I guess we'll know when we get there. We'll know what they're like. We get to judge them, see what their intentions are. If they're ill-willed, can't be having that. So.
Very well.
I'm just gonna tap Ori on the shoulder and just look down at the corpse next to her, and he's just gonna say, "Are you going to eat that?"
Can we check it first? See if there's anything on it.
You can make it. You can check it if you like.
I find generally if it's metallic or valuable, he tends to regurgitate it.
It wouldn't be good for your digestion.
A little bit slimy, but still usable.
Pestle does not eat the shinies.
No, please go on. This one won't be eating it.
I mean, at this point, it is late afternoon. I'm going to save you doing your investigation checks. You do not find anything of value on any of them. You find a crudely made straw doll on one. You find a kind of homemade wooden ring on another, which might have served in place of a wedding ring, and that's pretty much all you find.
I mean, I'll take one of the slings.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, the slings are fine. If someone wants a pitchfork, they can have a pitchfork. The clubs and cudgels you see are all working tools that have had the heads removed. So they were things like axes and mattocks that are just the shaft where someone has basically taken
Tom,
a tool.
How good are? I mean, I know obviously they're part of the map, but are those tents there? Were they camping?
They are tents. They are tents there.
They're usable. Are they obviously single person?
They are. Tents? You get two people in who are very cozy. They are essentially canvas draped over woods. They're not enclosed tents. They are more just to stop the rain hitting. I mean, you could
not exactly portable, or
I mean, anytime you could find branches, you could use the canvas to do something else. They would fold down. Okay, the only thing of any kind of real value here would actually be the cart, which is a fairly decent cart. Has obviously seen some use. Judging by the clothes are more threadbare than Sir Richard's, in fact. So,
have you know, I resemble that remark.
Yeah, they are, to all intents and counts, these are very poor people. You find nothing of value in the tents, well, such as they are.
Poorer now for their lack of lives.
Ironmine starts gathering up the bodies very methodically and weirdly gently, and sort of moving them to the side of the road under the shade of a tree. Is just sort of moving them like off the road and out of the way, and taking the canvas. And he says, does this one need to bury them?
Yeah, not quite yet. I'm still working on them.
Apologies.
Let the man have his lunch.
I will say,
he looks really embarrassed. Like he looks like he just, severely offended you.
So like he's like finished munching, but he's now kind of harvesting a couple of bones to kind of use for tools later on.
Make me a medicine check with advantage.
Medicine check with advantage coming your way.
Because I suspect that Pestle is very good at this.
Also, Ironmind will help with the heavy axe if he needs to.
Roll me a d6, please.
A d6.
Pestle?
That's a 5.
That is 5 meat-based rations, should you want them.
Ooh.
From the 8 bodies in total, depending on how long you want to spend on this and how much your companions can cope with this slightly grisly task.
I'm imagining like just a hunk of meat, like just on the tip of a bone, like some sort of meat lollipop.
Yeah,
you're not entirely certain where. It's okay. It's what he wants to do.
It's been tenderized since Brew beat it up.
Can Sir Richard have a chat with Morton and Pestle about this? If he wants. Okay. Yeah. Sir Richard will walk up and go,
My, can you really gain sustenance from humanoids?
And he's just like already munching something. He goes,
This sustains you, does it?
He's like, it sustains this one, but not quite me. It's not.
Do both of you like it?
No. This is quite disgusting, principality. But
no, you poor dear.
I think it's quite tasty, though.
And do you need to cook it, or is it, do you just go like place it over fire and flames and roast it or so?
Sometimes Mortar pre-cooks the meat with his flames.
Oh, very well. So you can just
the
go ahead and eat.
You have in D&D, I love it.
Humanoid. I've never seen this. This is exactly why I left.
Would you like some? And she's like holding up like rancid, or not rancid meat, but like blood dripping meat just dripping out from in between his fingers.
And you can see Sir Richard is like, and he's already said, this is exactly why I left, to learn things about the outside world and find adventure and fuck it, why not? And he'll take whatever it is, and he'll just take a little bite, and he'll swallow it.
Do we need to make you roll a Constitution save for this?
That's your call, DM.
Or wisdom.
Wisdom might be. Yeah. I think
how-
let's see how well you sleep tonight, and we'll work on it that way.
Okay. Cool.
Does anyone else want to do anything in this meat house all of a sudden that we've found ourselves in?
No.
I mean, you can
nothing
set up camp here
there.
if you want. Ari, you reckon you're probably about halfway at this point, so you got maybe 20 miles. You could push on another couple of hours if you wanted.
I'll consult with everyone and kind of how their energy levels are after that and see if they can go on or.
I mean, if our brave Sir Richard keeps jumping in front of short bow shots, I'm more than willing to keep going.
But I must say that one hurt.
I will say that short bow is available if you want it. It is functional. If anyone wants to take it.
Just keep it away from me, please.
If anyone does, let me know and I will let you roll for how many arrows are left.
I'll take it.
This one is fine to
cool.
proceed.
Brew, roll me a d8. There were 2 arrows left in this crude quiver.
Cool.
But yeah, you can add that to your itinerary. Cool.
Thanks.
So do you leave the cart on the road, or have you pushed everything off to the side now?
Let's move it off to the side, shall we?
Moved as much as possible, but yeah, I don't know if we're taking the cart or not. The Iron Mind will offer to the best of his ability pull the cart in lieu of a pack animal. Don't know how well it will go.
It's up to you if you decide you need a cart or not. You're not expected to bring one as the entrance fee, so
He doesn't.
Maybe they're missing a cart, or they would like to purchase one or whatever. I don't know, but seems valuable.
Oh, are you resting here, or do you want to push on?
Nice.
My adventuring party
Repeating
of
on me.
misfits.
Should we push on?
Very well.
Yeah, I'm happy to push on.
If you are
Shall we
Oh,
bring the
in good
cart?
spirits, then hi.
Let's keep going.
Oh,
If Richard
sorry.
wants to try and jump, if Richard jumps in the car, Iron Mind will do his best to just immediately kind of, start like a rickshaw, sort of do his best to ferry Sir Richard around.
Well, my dear fellow, I won't say no. It wasn't my intention, but now that you're offering, sir, very well.
Iron Mind, do me an athletics check, and we'll see how far you can get along the lines.
Yeah.
I'm rather lithe and light, sir. And any suggestion to the contrary will be met with sadness.
17.
It's not too bad. Once you get the cart up and running, the road is actually pretty well. You can see it's actually been fairly well designed for carts to travel along this distance. Wizards liking food to arrive at their door and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, you can certainly go a couple of hours travel. Beyond that, you wouldn't be able to do a full day necessarily,
I don't think so.
even with the slightly gaunt Sir Richard in the back. But you get a couple of hours on, the sun starts to dip down. You find another clump of trees, which you are able to rest at. Going forward for watches, we want to do watches?
I'm happy to do my share, as it were.
I'll do one. You might not be much good at it, but he's decidedly average at the watching part.
So
of
I'm
being a
happy enough to
bodyguard.
do 3 watches in pairs to get you through, or you can.
Yeah, 3 watches. I'll take one with mortar and pestle if that's all right.
I can do the watch, yeah.
Yeah, we know why you're late midnight snacks.
Hey, y'all got any more of that human meat?
Midnight picnic party.
Pestle's got the good shit.
I swear, Richard, if I wake up and you're chewing on my big toe, I'm going to.
He's got the long peak hook up.
Chewing on your big toe, and you look down, the other 4 are gone.
there isn't much eating in halflings. They're okay.
Mm-hmm.
On a diet, as it were, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I make a note of where I need to take this campaign to look at next. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, if you can remember who, as deranged Rhino assistant chat, this is how vampirism starts.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
Yeah.
Cool. I will save you doing the rolls tonight. Nothing disturbs your slumber. If you wanted to roll to see if you stayed awake, that on your thing, that is up to you. But essentially, nothing will disturb you this evening.
Okay.
The Constitution save, is it, or?
Not for Pestle, but yes for Sir Richard.
Yeah, so Sir Richard will be like sort of, he's an upset stomach, and this is repeating on him, and he's sort of turning to Mortar and Pestle. I say, I can't say I'm a fan of this. However do you get by? It's not agreeing with me at all. As my old dear old Dedham said once, try everything once. So can't save.
I haven't tried anything else. This is all I've eaten.
Yes, I got a +1 on this, so that's what. 13. It's not bad.
You don't bring anything up unless you wish to, but very definitely, you're making a note. This might not be something to make a habit of.
No, definitely not. But no, yeah. So it's just.
So yes, but no, there is no trail left from your stomach in the morning.
Okay. What was the bit you gave him?
Oh, like, I mean, he probably had like a thigh bone in his hand or something. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Good to know.
But
Dark meat. Yeah.
But
thigh anything once.
Like seeing your system is very much upset by this. Mortar is going to kick in. He'll say, "You get used to it over time." Yeah. This one morning I woke up with human tongue in my teeth.
I'd rather not spend the time to get used to it. But
Flossing with tendons.
very well. As I said, try anything once, never again with that one. Oh dear.
So the night passes. The next day looms, and you carry along the way. You start to see ahead of you now. You can start to see the first turrets, the first towers of Candlekeep starting to emerge before you. Let's move you over. It takes you a lot of the day to get to the point we're going to move you on to now. He checks to make sure he's put daylight onto this next map.
I can see it fine, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Good.
And as you get towards later in the afternoon, Candlekeep Library lays before you. It is this narrow peninsula that comes out, stretching into the Sea of Swords. And it looks not so much more like, it's like a fantasy castle, pretty much, this thing. So it's a high wall surrounds the place. You see towers of all shapes and sizes are interspersed through it. To those of you who have seen such things, it looks like a cake decorated with an overabundance of candles. As you approach the door at the front, you can see the gates here stand 15 feet tall. They're wrought of a black metal. Both are emblazoned with the sigil of Candlekeep. One door gate only is open just enough for you all to enter by single file, maybe just enough for your cart if you brought it with you. And you see there are 5 priests in purple vestments and with the rune, the symbol of Denier, the god of writing, who have been watching you for some time as you approach. They recognize you, Ari, as you come near, but ask that you hold, and they seek entrance. And you need the entrance fee from one of you for your party. And as you're all aware, a unique literary work is required to gain access to Candlekeep.
Yes, so I can hand them the.
Yours is already paid, so
Oh.
you don't need to do this one, but someone else in the party does.
I believe there's a book in my possession I can hand over.
If you'd like to pass that over, sir, we shall check it and see if there's a unique work that we can add to the collection.
So he'll like reach into his belongings and pull out this this book that is more just kind of loose scraps of paper that is kind of held together by the spine is mainly bits of string, like a broken metal coil and all this kind of different stuff. But on the cover is like the neatest calligraphy you've ever seen in your life. But it's titled "Warm-Hearted Wizard to Cold-Blooded Lizard: Lamentations of Magical Experiments Gone Awry and What to Learn from Them," by Hendrik Mortar and Bone Scavenger Pestle. This is a collection of my research works and a little bit of my memoirs put in there. You'll find it is quite original.
He takes it from you, doesn't seem in any way perturbed by its construction. You see him flicking through, reading through bits of it, pauses occasionally and kind of looks up as if he's having a conversation with someone else, goes back to flicking through more of it. You can see the four behind are all watching you, not doing anything, just standing fairly easy. This is indeed a unique work, sir. Yes, this shall serve as a 10-day entrance for you and your party. Please do enter into the Court of Air, and you are permitted access into Candlekeep. You come in to stand at the Court of Air. To your north, you see about a dozen or so of these tall towers, which Auri, you know, as the pillars of pedagogy. These are rings where those who seek research are able to get to private rooms. To the south, you can see stretched out at the southern edge of the Court of Air. You can see right by where you are, you can see there is a bath and a steam house. You said, judging by the steam that's coming out from it. Beyond that, you can see there are stables, which you could put your cart into if you wish. There is a smithy, ting, ting, working on horseshoes. As you go on round and enter into the court farther, you can see the temple to Ogmar, the god of knowledge, which is the deity of choice. And that's it. And then at the southern edge, you can see there is the House of Rest and the Heath, which seem to be a moderately sized tavern and an attached inn. And then there are a couple of other buildings you haven't had time to recognize. Is there a particular building you wish to go to? As the sun now begins to touch the horizon.
Sorry, where was the Temple of Ogma?
Temple of Ogma is here.
Oh, thank you. Oh, sorry, right there. Sorry, I missed it.
Yep.
We'll go drag the cards into the stables and ask if he can get a new pair of new shoes, get groomed. No, he will leave the cart there, and
you see that the stable hands who are there kind of watch you very curiously. But they don't say anything. They don't stop you.
Then moves back to the party.
Okay.
Go to the smithy, if that's all right.
You can go to the smithy if you want. If there's something you require there.
Doff my cap and throw the white stained cloak over one shoulder, and hopefully it doesn't cover my head. And he'll say, "Hello, sir. Would that perchance be in the market for a cart? I have quite a fine specimen outside."
Who runs the smithy? Doop 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 doop. So the dwarf who runs this looks up. A cart, you say?
I seems I put the cart before the horse. What's your name, sir? Mine's Sir Richard Brythorn.
Sir Richard, a pleasure. I am Caril Hammerbite.
Nice to meet you, Caril Hammerbite.
A cart? No horses? No mounts?
No, we bought it here ourselves. It's rather comfy in the back.
I'll take that word for you, sir. Allow me to look it over. I presume you'll be staying in the house of rest. I shall send one of the boys over later with a price if we decide to need it.
Very well. Where's the best place to put it, as it were?
Well, I see your man's taking it into the stables. I mean, that's
Oh,
as good a place as any.
Well done, Iron Mind. Well done.
You have been well trained by the look of it.
Well, he just seems to do things before I think of them. But as it were, very well. I will chat to you soon. Let us know. We'll be staying where you said we're staying.
Well, I mean, we'll all be in the Hive at some point this evening, I'm sure. You can come and see us for a drink if you wish. Or
is that the boozer?
The boozer, as you say, yes.
Will all the boys be there? Drinking and will there be general ribaldry with the lads?
Starting to give you a very look at this point. Yes, sir. If you'll excuse me, I need to go back to my.
Very well. Bye now, and you can, and as Sir Richard kind of dances away, very excited about getting down and dirty with the lads, as it were. Yeah.
Yeah. You see, Kirill is just everyone else who's watching sees Kirill's going. Gets all sorts, I suppose. Are you all headed to the boozer?
I'm already halfway there.
Yeah, I'm fine. I think you need to drink after that.
I'm just following.
Very good. So, from the outside, the hearth appears to be a modest-sized inn tavern that you've normally seen. When you enter, I need to pull your tokens on for this. Where have you all gone? Lost my players. Here we go. Fronny is first. You notice, and Auri, you know this, and you're waiting to see what your compatriots say. The inn inside is a little bit larger than the outside would have suggested, by an order of magnitude. Richard, Iron Mind. I hope you can all see this. Yeah, so this is very much larger than you were expecting this space to be. From the outside, would look to be no larger than some of the inns you have stayed in Beragos and or else. This inn is big.
Immediately check if my clothes aren't too big for me.
Roll me an intelligence check.
This is fascinating. It is bigger on the inside as it is on the outside.
That would be a 21.
No, it's fine. This to you somehow notice. I mean, this is some sort of extra dimensional magics. You notice that above the bar there is an intricate clockwork device about 2 foot in diameter, suspended in a faintly glowing crystal orb. You imagine this to be some sort of amplifier to achieve the magics that are worked here. You can see along the north and eastern walls there are doorways where there very definitely weren't doorways from the outside. The barkeep behind kind of nods over to you. Seems to be just sort of waiting for you. Even as you're stood in the doorway, a couple of the sort of younger Vowels who you don't recognize these ones come in, and they're obviously used to this, and they're just kind of going straight to grab one of the servers and head in for presumably an evening's drinking.
Does it look like anyone's gambling?
Not currently. It doesn't appear to be, but you realize, of course, it may be the fact that it's only just starting to fill up. So there aren't a huge. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just go, find a high chair and go plop at the bar and get an ale.
Fair enough.
I'll go and find a
the bar is
regular size chair and do the same.
Friendly. I'll come with.
Burn.
Hey, if I get enough wild magic surges and get my rolls right, I'll be taller than all of you.
Fair point.
The way you want to do this.
Or you can get smaller.
It is a half elf who wanders up to you. He's fairly stocky, short hair. There's just hints of sideburns to him, "What can I get you?"
Whatever the house specialty is around for my friends.
Right, you are. And he'll start to pour pints for you as you're sorting yourselves out. Those of you with high enough perception will notice in the far corner there is an ogre sat in a chair.
Oh my.
Oh, yes.
Do you think they know he's in here?
He is currently reading a book. And as you watch him, he leans forward and he holds up this little teacup, puts it down and returns to his book.
I bet that's full of blood.
That's just little one, sir. He's fine.
Are you sure?
Yes, I mean, he's been here for years. We don't get any issues from him.
Very good, sir.
When Fronny orders the drinks, Iron Mind just stoops and sort of hovers and just gives a sort of a. No, thank you.
More for me.
Can I get you something non-alcoholic then? You are asked, Iron Mind.
No, I don't drink any. Just only water that I have procured myself.
They nod and
I mean,
not
no
what-
offense to you.
That's all.
It could be poisoned.
Definitely not poisoned.
Richard.
The readers would never let us get away with it.
He is
Sorry, what?
flustered. This is more social interaction than he's ever had to do. More speaking without being spoken to than he's ever had.
Did you sell us poisoned ale, my friend? Hi, Iron Mind. What do you know
No,
about this place?
This one was not accusing. It just seems reckless for one to. Though all of these people appear to be. Never mind. Apologies.
As you
You're going to finish that?
Well, if you don't want it.
What's the barman's name again?
I didn't give you the bomb's name.
Okay, sorry.
So
Good, sir. What's your name, sir?
his name is Toril.
Toriel, sir. What time do the lads get in? When does a general ruckus and revolter happen? You know, the great press, the conglomeration of
He leans in
adventuring parties
very close.
and so on.
What age are you?
Let me check what age he is. He's so good he's not able to drink. 2022.
I am 22 years of age, sir. Last Wednesday.
Whatever the days are here.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. Okay.
The age, the drinking age of Candlekeep is 36.
1,000.
Yeah.
Here's my persuasion, sir.
Bad time to be a youth.
18. Did I need to roll 21 for persuasion? You do in America.
Yeah.
Suggestion to the wise, sir.
Yes.
There's no ribaldry here.
No.
No, this is a place for drinking, not a
Okay.
place for entertainment.
Good to know.
And he leans back. As you are sat there and doing your drinks, you see more of the avowed walking in. You see various ages, races, genders are coming through. Looks like you kind of hit the point where, as you say, the lads have started to arrive. There seems to be a point where people are coming in. There's a few. Auri, you're going to recognize a couple of people who wave to you. You see Irony comes in. 18-year-old tiefling, red skin. And then most of you will recognize the figure who walks in later as a silver-scaled dragonborn enters, reading a book. And you will all recognize this as Bookworm, who is the first reader of Candlekeep and the I say gentleman who employed you all. So he heads up to the bar, stands next to you, pays no attention as he orders a drink, and then is, oh, I say, it's you lot. Harry, a pleasure to meet you. You all made it then. Good. I was wondering where you had got to. Have you done the rounds and introduced them to the area, Harry?
We have not just yet. We needed to come for a bit of a rest first. Bit of a drink.
That sounds very reasonable.
Relax.
I like that way.
And then come around.
Toril, this is the new squad. Did we have the room set up for them? Not yet. First reader, there are rooms available. We will get them set up in one of the mansions tonight, and we will sort out the rooms for them proper upon the morrow. We were expecting more notice, sir. Very good. Yes, so there are rooms prepared for you, and obviously as part of your stipend, as your new job roles, this will be covered. I believe to the value of 1 gold while you're on site. Welcome to the team, I believe is the words for it. So make yourselves at home. I shall send one of the great readers tomorrow with your first assignment.
Can I pull him aside? Do I even grab his sleeve or just grab his attention?
Of bookworm or
Yeah.
for
Bookworm.
yes. What can I do for you?
Sir, you said the new squad.
Yes.
Might I inquire what happened to the old squad?
Oh no, it's just a turn of phrase. Oh boy. There's been no other squad that I'm aware of in my time. I shall take through the records and see when the last time we had a squad such as you was.
Do I believe him?
Roll an insight check.
I will. What is it? I have +1 on this. Watch this.
Watch this space.
8.
You haven't had much experience with Dragonborn, so hard to read.
Fair.
The snout and scales and the slightly doddery old man that he presents to you.
Yeah. Go.
But yes, so the night is yours for now. If there's anything anyone would wish to do.
I'm just keeping an eye out for anyone gambling.
So Richard's interested in the bathhouse.
You can head
Keeping an
across
eye
the-
out.
generally.
I'd say at some point, Martyr would be interested in seeing what that ogre's all about.
Yeah.
But he'll approach him cautiously.
So as you can head over. Let's do that bit next, and then we'll do the bathhouse. As you approach, make me an Arcana check.
Ooh. Okay. That is a 19.
So he's wearing, he's wearing tailored clothes, which do look to be to his size. They're not the highest of quality, but they are very definitely made for an ogre, as opposed to it being rags he's pulled off anywhere else. You notice also there is a gold circlet around a thing that you will recognize as a headband of intellect.
Ooh, okay.
That he is wearing. And then he'll look up. Hello, you are new around here. We do not see many lizard folk. My name is Little One. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, hello. My name is Mortar, and I'm Pistol. We just...
Split personality. Splendid. Do you coexist habitually in this one body, or do you able to separate into 2 physical forms?
Oh, that is quite the long story. I'm renting this body, so to speak. But enough about me. I was more interested about you. You seem to be quite engrossed in the book you have there.
Yes, I'm rereading this one. It's called The Storm King's Thunder by Chris Fink. Have you had a chance?
I don't believe I have. No.
They're talking about what happened. Was it 10 years now ago, I believe? That incident with the giants and the shattering of the Ordinary. Very exciting. The adventurers are just trying to find the giant king Hecaton at the minute. I'm waiting for. I like this bit. It's a good fight scene coming up. I'm happy to lend it to you afterwards if you are staying in Candlekeep, or are you just here for a 10-day? What are you researching as you're here?
Well, The truth be told, I'm researching ways on getting myself back to myself.
That sounds a perfectly reasonable thing. I'm sure there must be something in the Great Library that can do that. You might need to hunt out. Which of the great readers would you suggest? Probably you need to speak to Telas Evosti. He deals with curses and the weave, which might be the thing you need to deal with, I suspect, in this instance.
That was Telas Avasti.
Telas Avosti. I will put that in chat so you can see how that is a thing.
Perfect. Well, thank you for the recommendation. I should be sure to seek them out. I am curious, however. The circlet around your forehead seems to be quite a valuable and magical piece of equipment. May I ask how you procured this?
It's a story that everyone likes to know about me. Definitely you are new to it. Yes, once upon a time I was, like many others of my kind, as brutish and cruel and lived only for the fight and the eating. We killed a halfling as part of an entering band one day, and he had this lovely little necklace, this trinket, as I saw at the time, and I took it. I killed him, and I took it. That was who I was. But it was the next morning I found, because it had been resting upon my head, it had grown in size. I was able to wear it, and I realized I had made a mistake while my thing was there. So I adopted the name Little One to honor that halfling who I killed, and I've come to Candlekeep to learn, to understand, to gain knowledge. I've been here for a number of years now, 7 or 8, I believe. There's always more to learn. I find I can never find enough.
So I thought the name you had was some sort of irony, but it is a remembrance, is it?
It is indeed a remembrance. Yes, I can understand why you might think it was more of a pardon on, but no, it is a remembrance to the one who inadvertently put me on the correct course, I believe.
I see. Well, that is quite the interesting tale. And you've been in Candlekeep ever since?
I have to be said, the people, I have visited Beregost once or twice, and there is a natural reaction to when an ogre steps through the gates, and it takes a long time to explain. So it is easier for me to remain here for now until the outside world is more accommodating of, I'm sure you have had this before, of humanity, as they want to be frightful of those they are not immediately recognizable to themselves.
Yes, sometimes it's best to be among the learned who understand very quickly. I don't understand.
I think that is all right. You don't need to. The gentleman who's renting you will explain this to you at some point. Renting is an interesting. He will carry on this way. So you're able to spend some time talking to the little one, should you wish.
Yeah, I'll kick back and enjoy the banter.
Yeah. So he is able just to click his fingers, and one of the servers will come across. He is drinking a tea, but he allows you to drink whatever you wish.
I'll go for a tea as well.
Sure. And as you sit drinking tea in the corner, who is headed to the bathhouse? Just Sir Richard? Yeah. So you head across to that. You will enter, and there is a slender, tall elf will greet you. What would Sir desire? Are you here just for the pools, or would you require massage as well, sir?
Is this elf male, female, or are they them, or
you can't tell?
That's
male or
fine.
female.
Cool. Good to know. Well, very well, my good friend. I'm here for do you know what I'm is it included now? We're working for Candlekeep, as it were. We're the new squad, tally-ho and all that. And
very good, sir.
So is this all included, or do I have to pay?
Well, as you have entered into, you shall be here for 10 days in any case. If we find out it is not part of the tab, we shall find you down and we shall give you the cost of it. But for now, we can include it.
It sounds rather frightening, but okay. I could do with being relaxed after that. Well, I'll go for it all. Could you perchance have my
my clothes repaired, and
You would need to go and see the erudite tailors for tailoring,
that
sir.
would be fantastic.
They are on the other side of the quarter there.
As you've seen, I've been having adventures, and they're awful. They're a little bit ruined, and but it happens when you're out with the lads.
So I am
fighting and that.
informed.
Indeed. So I'll go for the pools, and then I'll have the massage, and I'll go back into the pool, and then have you got any wine?
Again, that is for the half, sir. We keep the distinctions between the areas quite separate on those things. But here is a dressing robe and a towel for you. If you change around the side there is a chest to which you can place your belongings.
Thank you. And he'll rock in and enjoy the facilities. It's been a while since he's been able to.
So there are quite a number of people you can see are doing the same as you, who have been relaxing. No one else seems to be the adventuring sort, but there are very definitely those who are not the avowed who are taking use of the facilities.
Yeah. So presumably there's somewhere where he can wash clean and then get into the communal baths. He'll do that. He'll take his long blonde hair is down to his waist. He'll take out the plait and he'll wash it, and he'll settle down and clean himself, and then he'll get into the communal baths and he'll just chill there for the night.
Cool. Anyone else doing anything?
And you said there's no entertainment allowed in the tavern?
No ribaldry.
I mean, they say that. You're aware that absolutely this will happen later. They're just seeing whether or not the new boys had any could pick that up or not. You know that.
I think because we're still quite young and learning the ways of things, she'll take her drink, go to a chair, take out her lute, and just start playing quietly. And
make me a performance check, because these are always fun. I don't get to do them very often.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, it's a very nice. You're not in any way forcing this out, but those who are nearby are certainly appreciating the music that's being offered to them. So, Irony, who is the tiefling, will call out one or two songs, which you are. He doesn't know where. Sometimes you indulge him and play those songs. Sometimes you don't. Easy either way. But the night will pass. Is there anything anyone else would wish to do?
I just stand in doesn't sit all night, just stands at as if he's waiting for a fight to break out, but listening to the music, trying not to get distracted.
You try to order him to relax if you wish. I don't think so.
Yeah,
you're going to spot, I in mind, there are one or two other people you suspect have come with in that same sort of bodyguard role. You can see there are people you guess to be some sort of arcane learners who aren't wearing the black robes of the avowed. So you would guess you're not the only person doing such here tonight. Even by sort of mid-evening, there is now easily 100 people in this bar.
Wow.
You can see the size of this place. This holds a lot. Aura, you may or may not have told them, but there are something like 300 avowed on site. And this is the only tavern. So most people at some point will cycle through here. At some point or other in a week, maybe not any given night. For when you are offered to go to your rooms, because of the recent festival down in Beragos, they are a little packed. The half of a floor they're going to offer to you is not available, but a dwarf will come up with you. He walks to the end of a corridor past all the rooms, and you see he casts the armband against a rune on the side, and you watch as this door comes into being at the end of the corridor, which he'll open to what you sure should be outside, but is a continuation of the corridor, which now has 3 rooms on either side and a common room at the end. As he just seems to have manifested. Ari, you know this, they have cast Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion to expand the storage, the holding space.
Got yourself there very quickly, Tom.
This is rather impressive, isn't it?
I was the one who actually invented this spell, and Mordenkainen stole it from me. It was Mordenkainen's.
Really, sir? Is he still alive?
The dwarf who's to it
That's
goes to
outrageous.
just like Okay, sure.
We should prosecute him for sure, sir.
Aye.
Agreed. I tell you what, after we've done what we have to do here, let's hunt this Mordenkainen fellow down. He sounds like a right ne'er-do-well and a rip draw.
Lord Mortar, if you need a champion, I will represent thee in trial by combat.
Yeah, eyes are just going to shift like,
As will I.
the plagiarism is very much frowned upon, and we'll kindly seek your aid in the apprehension of this brigand who steals my work.
Disgusting.
Mortar, to his credit, the dwarf has not broken into a smile or anything. He's keeping his face perfectly composed.
Sir Richard will take out a little notebook and go, I've always wanted to have a list of enemies. Number 1, Mordenkainen.
Oh, Jesus, dude, level up.
You're in trouble, sir.
So, Richard, would you have a spare piece of paper that this one might make a list of this one's own?
Very, very much, sir. Indeed, I also have a spare pencil. Here you go, sir.
Those enemies of the adventuring party.
Number 1, sir.
Iron Mines most wanted.
Okay, so at the end of this campaign, we're going to go hunting for Mordenkainen. Right, good. That's the Spelljammer link sorted. Excellent stuff.
Well, I mean, a version of him that's gone a bit loopy is in Strahd, so we'll move on. Yeah.
I'll have to work that one out. So, yes, presuming there is nothing else, the night passes without incident, depending on how much you've had to drink. The next morning, you are all summoned into one of the ground floors of the pillars at the north end.
Do we get a long rest?
You will have a long rest.
Thank you, sir.
Let's actually make sure
I would like to use my cunning artisan to fabricate some of the bones I've harvested into a javelin.
Sure, that's fine.
Yay.
I will allow a javelin. Yeah, so you can put down a bone javelin as part of your, or a spine spear, as Deranged Rhino puts it. Yes, you are summoned the next morning into one of the studies in the Pillars of Pedagogy. As you all walk through the door, you can feel and kind of the noise of the outside disappears, and all you have is any noise that is within the room is all you hear, and you hear nothing from the outside as the door closes. You do not meet with Bookworm. You meet with one of the other great readers who you will recognize as Therminor Skrivenbach, who is a halfling. And Ari, you know his expertise is history, folklore, and the cultures of Toril, past and present. Good morning to you all. I presume you've all... Do I need to go for any parts of your contract again? Do you all remember those parts?
No.
Sorry, Tom, just really briefly, when you get the name of that guy in the chat, would that be all right? Just make sure I got his name.
It's in
Right.
the Roll20 chat.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I didn't see it come in. Sorry.
That's fine, no worries. So, yeah, this is Flimmer Skrivenbach.
Yeah, just
I need to
throw
go
those into
through-
the chat if you can.
Yes, so
Sorry.
this is a halfling. Has a very kind of well-groomed goatee. Hair is slicked back from it. Robes are of the very good quality, and the markings absolutely suggest that they are a master sage and one of the master readers. You are starting to understand are the people who run this place. Do I need to explain your contract to you all again?
Oh, go and find some things for you, and we bring them back, and then you pay us. Is that right?
Right, from the beginning then.
Very well.
We will pay you a stipend of 1 gold per day while you're in our employ. While on the grounds of Candlekeep, that will equate to free bed and board, and not too many drinks at the half. Most people would want a receipt as long as you're not too far off what you get. I'm just going to give you the money for the days you're away. For the works that you bring back and we are able to secure into the library proper, you will be paid a not less than 250 gold per book. Depending on the worth of it, that could go into the thousands. I mean, that's entirely dependent on the works that you bring back. For each unique tome that you are, all of your cells present, I understand we got one from you, Mortar, wasn't it? That will equate to a 10 days worth of research on a subject of your choice.
The 10 days? That is worth much more than that. That's my life's work in memoirs.
10 days of research for each book that you as a thing. So you already have 10 accrued from Auri, and there's now 10 more from another 10-day from you. Once all of you have procured a unique work, not the ones we send you on, another unique work to put through, we shall allow you to gain access to further research on subjects of your choice and to the training that we can provide. In gameplay terms, they will count as a academy patron from Tasha's cauldron of everything, but you each need to supply a unique work in order to get to the full level. And I will go through what an academy can offer as a patron afterwards. But essentially, training would be half price. You get access. You can research pretty much anything you wish, or could delegate it to other people.
That's in place of the 250 GP that you bring back.
You also will get a minimum of the 250 GP.
Oh, okay,
and
okay.
If you come across, any treasures on your travels or magic items, I mean, we don't need those. They're yours to keep and distribute between yourselves as you will. And of course, we do require that you stick to the orders of accordance, which I will need to go through you now. There is to be no damaging, marking, or otherwise modifying any of the works. There is to be no copying. If you wish to copy any works, you must pay the scribes at the house of the binder. There is to be no stealing. This applies to all objects in the keep, particularly to the works. And no fighting. There's that one as well. No violent altercations while on the site, please. No exceptions to any of these for orders of accordance. They must go with things. And I can get you starting to work now. In fact, you don't even need to leave the grounds for this one. We have one of our avowed is missing. A gentleman by the name of, and he pulls out a book, just appears in his wrist, just like flicks that until he's holding a notepad, which he flicks to himself. You are looking for a Matrius. Oh no, he's a seeker. My apologies. Has a knowledge of curses, but has recently been looking to extra-dimensional spaces. Last seen entering one of the studies, actually, in that tower. He points out the window to one of the towers you can see nearer to the wall. We'd just like for you to go and see if you can find out what has happened to Matrius. He's not been seen in a few days. We expected to have seen him back.
This Matrius, is he a human? Is he elf? Is he dwarf?
He is. What does
he look like?
Matrius is human, middle-aged, short hair, dark, if I remember correctly. What is the wording down here? Let me see. Yes, fairly. I believe he was wearing grey robes last time he was seen. And with that, he will let you know the number for the study space you require and send you on your way.
Can I lean into him and go, "Sir, are you looking for unique works?"
The library is always looking for unique works.
Well, let me show you what I have. It's a collection of dirty limericks. Let me open this one for you. There was an old man from Stamboul who soliloquized thus to his tool. You've taken my wealth, you've ruined my health, and now you won't even pee, you fool. That's page 1. Would you like...
He spends a moment flicking. You see his eyes kind of flicker back for a minute. That, I believe, was 9th century by the great scribe Etrurian. I believe first did that one. That's not a unique work, I'm afraid.
I've collected many. Would you like to hear another one?
No, we have all the limericks collected, unless you have ones that are not in our collection.
Oh well, I mean, I could read them out to you.
How about you go and find
much time do you
Demetrius?
Very
And we will let the
Very well. No problem. I just thought.
Sir Richard's holding a 500-page book of limericks.
That's exactly what he has, yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
and
no
you see
problem.
Femino or something looking at the book going, oh no.
No, it's all right. I just thought I'd check. No, that's
This ancient tome, which is gags for giddy lads.
It's actually a Lich's phylactery.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to leave it, he will hand it over to one of the gate wardens to check if it is a unique work.
I've collected them since I was 4.
He takes it with not a word.
Yeah.
Off you go. Please
It's
resolve.
unique. And we'll walk off and over shoulder go, it's unique to me.
Yes, so you leave the pillar you're in, you'll head around and head up to the 3rd floor, and we'll come into this space here. I will need to bring you on because I did not put your tokens on this map. Do we want to take a 5 to 10 minute break? I'm
Just
seeing
gonna
what time it
say,
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
As
please.
we get to this point.
That'll be great.
So yes, thank you to our viewers. We will be back in 5 to 10. See you soon.
Bye.
See you soon.
And welcome back. The party have just entered what is a small study in the Pillars of Pedagogy. You can see there is no one present in this room. You can see there's a handful of books remain. There is one book open on that kind of main reading desk. Is there anything you particularly want to look at?
I'll mosey on over and
Okay.
look at the reading desk. Sorry.
So it's a fairly thick book. It's made of ornately tooled leather decorated in gold filigree. If you look on the cover, you will recognize who is on there. It is up to you if you point out to the rest who that person is.
Get the fuck out of here.
No word of a joke.
Oh,
That's who is on this.
my
Who's that
God.
fella then?
Is this now you have a picture to go with the list. This is the modern kind of the man who
Is
stole my
that him?
books. Yes,
That's the bastard.
this is the guy.
That baldy little prick. I swear,
believe-
Well,
I
this
will
is a joke.
ruin him. That's the end of him.
And he'll take out his pencil
Looks
and paper
very
and he'll
smart.
draw down a little
While you're holding that up, Mortar, you can see that on the inside the writings are there. This is a book by Morden Kanan, who talks about making permanent versions of existing spells, and then onto demi-planes and pocket dimensions. This is outside the material plane. You can see there are some notes scribbled in to the various margins on that way in a shorthand. If you would like to make an Arcana check, you can attempt to decipher it.
I will most certainly try. Let me see. That is a 15.
15. Okay, so it takes you at least as long as it takes Sir Richard to scribble this picture of your number one foe. But what you find is there is written in this a command word, which I will put into the chat, and you can decide what you want to do with this command word.
So I'll know that this is like a command word to do something, right?
Yes.
So like holding the book, like flicking through it, just going. That isn't right. There seems to be some sort of command word that we can speak and something will happen. But there's nothing here to say if it is anything good or is anything bad.
No.
I mean, with a 15, I will say the subject of the book is to do on his magnificent mansion.
It seems to be a command word that will trigger a spell similar to the one we've seen in the hallways last night. is the one where extra dimensional space is opened. If you'd like me to explain that in simpler terms, please let me know.
Yes, I would.
So if we speak this command word, a portal should open.
What is it?
It creates...
Now, what is the command word?
Well, should I speak it? Because the thing will happen once I say it.
I think you need to explain it before we do anything.
Oh, I see. Well, maybe change the first letter to B. So if the command word is handle, change it to bandle.
Pestle is just going to shout out, "Scepter!"
Don't!
And as you say that, on the north wall, a door
You imbecile! Stay quiet!
operates into being. And it opens ever so slightly.
Well, it seems...
I dive under the desk.
This one will investigate.
The doors as you approach them are shimmering. You can kind of see the wall that was there behind them, but where it's slightly open, there is very definitely something behind them.
Okay. Is this to the north, Tom? Or
Yes.
yeah, okay, yeah. He will put a hand or push the door ever so slightly open and lower the
beyond it, you can see a short hallway.
What's in there?
Push both doors open.
There is a short hallway. Would you like me to move you all across to
The wall of the hall
Should
appears to be clear.
Should we be going in here? I mean,
if you can stop moving for a second, I can move you into the space.
Well, there's nothing about this spell that would mean us any harm. It just brings us to another place.
I mean,
but what's
A
in
quick
there?
question. Can we get back where we came, or is it just going forward?
I mean that should not be a quick question. It should be a very long and practical question. It's quite important.
Yes, it is.
So you all appear.
It's always
Oh
prudent
shit!
to
One of
explore
you
an
appears
escape
out.
route.
Pestle, why have you escaped? Go there.
Please, somebody help! I cannot.
Now it seems more than Kanan has him.
Started
that
this,
would be
bring
a
him with
thing,
us.
wouldn't it? I could have had you all think.
It didn't
So you
pay
walk
the
into
electricity
this.
bill in his body. I was read. The lights have gone
The
out.
floors are hardwood. You can see the ceiling is some 15 foot above you. As you are all kind of stood in this corridor looking round, you hear a clattering of footsteps, and coming down the staircase that is just above, I think it's Sir Richard's. Zoom back in, yes. A human in grey robes, middle-aged, comes down. I say, marvelous, you found me at last. Oh, thank goodness for that. I presume you've come to find me. I guess that's why you're all here.
And your name would be?
I am sorry. I am Matru. He's holding this statue of a devil and imp. Something. I am Matrius. I was doing some investigations into a local curse, and I run a detect magic when I come to this place. Oh, you? A matter of course. You wouldn't go into a room you don't recognise or not subjected to its hangings. And there was the imprint of this door on the wall, and I did some investigation. It's really quite fascinating. I believe this mansion belongs to a mage known as Vistandia. I believe it was her who submitted the book you probably got the command word from in there. And I believe it is quite possible that this mansion is permanent. I have been in this for, I believe, he'll rattle off the date to you, which someone is able to confirm. I've been here for 3 days and it has not vanished. And Mordenkainen's mansion, as I'm sure you're all aware, only normally lasts for 24 hours.
I'm sorry, whose mansion?
This is the Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion spell, my dear boy.
Does he live here?
No.
This is his house.
He named the spell. The spell is one he created, and all the wizards are now free to use it. No, it's not.
Where is
I don't believe he's here. This is Festandia's manor. She has used the spell, but she's taken it on and has found it. This has seemed to be here permanent. I'm quite impressed. Listen, I need to grab some of my notes from the study. If you all wait here, I'll be right back. And he'll head through you. And as he's going through the doors, you realize the doors have been closing. And just as he steps through into the room, and just as they close, you hear him call out in "Ah!" and then they close behind you and lock.
So he's left, is he? And we're stuck here now.
He left through the
He's
front
gone back
door,
through the
so to
door.
speak.
Yeah, and you noticed it was closing behind you, and now it's closed. And just as it was closing, you heard him call out, possibly in pain or surprise, or.
Mm-hmm.
I'll turn to Morton Pestle and go, I believe this is his house. We're hot on his trail now, sir.
Get that Morton Kanan fella. He
clearly he learned
they,
of our approach.
He will regret his plagiarism.
No, he did say that this belongs to a. And did you hear that, Morton? The two people in this house as well, Fist and Dia. They are like us, are they?
Mortal's going, it was one name, Fistandia, no God.
Yeah, I do not believe the Morton Kanan is here in the house. This is the spell he ripped off, but he's not. I don't think he's.
What do you think he stole it from?
Well, I told you, he stole the spell from me.
And this one as well?
Well, this is the spell I speak of.
Yeah, I see.
Regardless of whether Morton Kanan is here, there might be threats here. I'll keep my axe sharp, and Mortar, I hope that you were polishing your bone javelin last night.
Oh, I hope he wasn't.
Yes.
But yeah, did we not hear the scream? I heard the scream.
You did hear a scream?
I heard the scream from the man.
I had no such scream. I was
The
past
door
it.
open.
You all heard Vactry scream out as the door closed.
If I
that,
try
sorry,
and open
that
the
guy, I
door.
thought he was talking about last night, sorry.
Yeah,
The
I've
door
already
does not
tried the
open.
door.
However, as you try the door, a magical mouth appears above it. And says to you, the release word can be found in the books to your left. And it fades away again. To your left, as you're looking at the door to your left, you see there is a bookshelf that has space for 7 books. And it is entirely empty.
Oh, joy.
Fantastic.
I see.
Well, this house's bookkeeping capabilities are not up to standards.
I guess that's why we're here.
I think we must play librarian, not barbarian. I'm in D&D mode.
Librarian.
I did actually want to make a wizard. I made a wizard barbarian multi-class that I never got to play before. He was a barbarian or a librarian. He was.
Dear Lord. So just because I'm not entirely certain how clear this is on this map, from where you stand, there is a door directly in front of to the north of Auri. There is a staircase directly to the north of Sir Richard.
And that's where your man went off.
That's where he came down from.
Yeah.
He came down that way and then out behind you. There is a doorway just here. A door here. A door here at the end. And then the other way down, there is a door at the end and 2 more doors.
Is that
that one?
a door there?
Where are you moved to?
Okay,
Right.
here's the plan.
Right.
We all split up, okay? And no,
Yeah,
I'm just
yes, it
kidding.
is.
So I can see through that. I don't know if
Scooby-Doo.
you're...
Yes, that door at the end is open.
Okay,
and-
cool. Grand. Just want to let you know. Cool.
Yep, no, you can see through that door at the end. That is fine.
Investigate this door for traps and to see if it's locked.
Roll an investigation check.
That would be an 11, sir.
This door to you seems to be kind of what you'd expect to see from a mansion door. It's quite similar to the ones you had at home, honestly.
Indeed. Maybe the same peasants made this one then. Is it locked, sir?
It does not appear to be locked, and as you're close to it, you can hear there is a slight sound of movement beyond.
What does it
And I
sound like?
and I
Scrabbling?
smell-
Or...
It sounds like food preparation.
He'll whip it open and walk in.
Okay, so into dynamic lighting, we'll start removing doors. As you enter this room, ding, You enter into a kitchen. The aromas of cooking permeate it. There's a iron stove cooking. You can see there are all sorts of racks of pots and pans and utensils. Everything is sparkling clean. There are 2 creatures in here. Shift C. Ding. These little kind of imp-like things. Both are wearing aprons. One has a little chef's hat, crockery to one side. Hello. Would you like bacon or eggs or both? We can do both.
Hello, sir. I will have both, please.
Marvelous. We'll get breakfast set out for you now.
Where should we go?
Behind the door immediately behind me leads straight into the dining room. If you wish to go into there.
So
the door here. This one is gesturing to. There is another door up there. Yes.
Very well. What's your name, sir?
You can call me Cumin, and over there is Coriander.
Cumin and Coriander, sir. And are you the chefs here?
We do chefs. We do cleaning. We can do clothes repairs if we need to. I can see your clothes even a little bit.
Yes, indeed, they do.
I don't know if you have clothes to change into, but we can absolutely sort that out for you while you have breakfast.
If you have a few bags, I could cut a hole in the top of the sack and just throw it over me for as long as it takes.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you could borrow the mistress's clothes for a moment, just so you're decent while you're going around.
Mistress
Vestandia, whose mansion this is.
Well, she got dresses?
She has a variety of robes, dresses, and other clothing. Might need to work on 1 or 2 to. She's a little more petite than you, but I'm sure we can work it out.
Richard looks over his shoulder, and he goes, "Might you have somewhere private I could try these dresses on?"
Sorry, I missed the. What did you do?
He looks over his shoulder and looks over his shoulder again to see if anyone was listening, and he goes, "Might you have somewhere private I could try these dresses on?"
The mistress's room is upstairs and go all the way to the end of the corridor.
Very well. Okay, well,
you can roll stealth to see if you wanted to do that quietly where no one could hear you.
Well, he'll wait until he gets into a situation where they can take his existing damaged clothes and whatever. Like whenever that happens, then when he's presented with an opportunity, he might consider doing that.
Okay. Yes. So if you're wanting food, head into the dining room. If there's something else you require, do ask. We'll do our best to answer. I don't suppose you happen to know where the mistress might be?
I have no idea, but I'll head through to the dining room. Excuse me, sir.
He flaps out your way on his little wings.
Oh.
And why is that not grabbing? I can't grab the door there. 1 second.
Move out of your way.
I'm very disappointed. I can't grab the door behind. There we go. But you open the doorway and there is a dining room beyond.
Get in.
So the large windows open out into a vegetation-filled space. You can see there's a crystal chandelier above a table made of dark wood. You can see there are 6 wooden chairs around it, and 7th chair alone in the corner.
He'll take a seat.
Lovely. As you sit down on that particular chair,
I don't like the way you said that.
It's a DM's job.
Do you not? I just need to move you off so I can capture something quickly. And as the rest of you are entering, so as you sit down, Sir Richard, you know that bit where you sit down and you try to adjust yourself in the seat? You sit down and you can't adjust yourself in a seat because you seem to be stuck in the place you are in.
Oh dear.
And then let us apply Teeth form.
Oh,
Does a
I knew
17
it.
hit?
What is it when you're getting bit on the ass by mimics?
Right in the
17 will do
tender
it,
bits.
my sir. Hold on, let me just unclick my defense for my dual wielding. So my AC is 15.
That's 16 points of damage, my dear
I'm
boy.
dead, sir.
Ooh, ooh.
So the rest of you all basically see Sir
One
Richard
thing.
sit down and fall down. And let us roll some initiative as
Jeez.
this creature becomes visible to you all. There's my turn order. Let us. Oh, I didn't realize the music had stopped. My apologies. Let's have this one.
Should probably roll initiative for death saves. Here we go.
If you would be so kind.
Of course, now you're rolling that 20.
Did I? Oh, I did. Excellent.
Wow. You're more dexterous in death than you.
I believe they call that dexterous, sir.
So,
Oh, I hope you don't die, because that's a very embarrassing way to go.
Oh, look,
Like Elvis.
as somebody once said, when you die, you don't know about it, so it's fine.
Cool.
At least he didn't die in the mistress's clothes.
Yeah. True, yeah. Silver
Uh,
lining.
My
so-
position to be found in. Yeah.
Auri, you are the first to react.
Oh my god. I think I'll try to run towards him and should I do healing words? Does that
So
help
if you're doing
him?
healing word, you don't need to run towards him.
Oh, okay. That's
You
okay. I
can
think
just-
I'll do that from the safety from where I think I do that.
Go for it.
Okay.
Do be casting healing word.
And I'll be just like, stop dying already.
Cool. So Richard, as you are still partly attached to this chair, you come back with your 6 points.
So am I at
Auri,
6 or
you'll be
-1?
you will be back at 6
Okay,
points.
cool. Thank you.
So no, I don't do that way
Cool,
down.
yeah,
As
no
long
worries,
as
just
you
wanted
haven't
to
gone
check.
past the total amount.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make you undo what was already there. Auri, so you still have an action and movement should you so desire.
I'm going to stay where I am for the moment.
I would.
Yeah.
You can cast a cantrip if you wish.
Can I do the vicious mockery again?
If it is a
Yeah.
cantrip, you can do.
Is
Yes. Vicious mockery. Yes, I will try that then. On
Go
this
for it.
beastie thingy.
14 for this mimic. No. What do you say to viciously mock this mimic?
You're not even intelligent enough to understand my words.
You get the impression it's not happy with that, and you see it twitch. Lovely. Sir Richard.
Sir Richard will leap up and he'll look around him. The arse of my trousers, sir! How very dare you!
Before you leap up, can you
Yeah.
attempt to make a ability check to escape it
Sure.
if you wish?
Oh,
Or you're
what do I
gonna
need to
are you
do?
gonna- you are still technically grappled to this thing.
Oh, can I still attack it though while grappled?
You can attack it while
Am I at disadvantage or?
no, your speed is 0, but that is only
Very well, sir. Here comes the pointy end of my rapier.
rapier.
That'll be 24 for 10 piercing.
24 is just 24 absolutely will do fine. You stab down, cutting in down to one of the legs that's now forming into this kind of more foot-like bit.
Yeah. So nothing he can really do. He's going to stay. I don't think he can get away, so he'll just stay there and he go.
I'm rather ticked off with you, sir.
Okay. From the kitchen, you see Coriander looks around and Will the chair be joining us for breakfast? Do we need to do an extra serving?
Kill him, sir.
That makes a mess on the carpet. Brew. You can hear this fracas taking place in the dining room.
Yeah, I'm just gonna peek through and see Sir Richard being chomped on, and attempt to shoot the mimic with my short bow.
Alrighty.
14.
14 will hit.
Cool. 6 damage.
As it sticks in.
Yep, that's me.
So, Richard, you feel this thing writhe underneath you. You're kind of whoa, rocked about with it. Anything else, Brew?
That's all for me.
That's all. Lovely. And we'll move on to Frony.
All right. Seeing as everyone's still in the corridor, from what I remember, there's not going to be much space to move around in. So I'm just going to go cower in the corner, look underneath the table, and fire off a ray of frost at one of the chair legs.
All right. I will say, because they have bits, this going to have a little bit of all the extra chair legs you're trying to go around. 20, fine. Yeah. You thread the needle.
For a blistering 1 cold damage.
And you hit perfectly the little narrow chair leg, and kind of the shin. Whoosh, this ring of ice goes around just that one bit of it. So
It's okay. That will bother him later.
Lovely. Any bonus actions?
Nope, nothing.
Nope, not yet. The mimic chair. Well, sadly, Sir Richard, you are the one who is there.
He certainly is. Go for it.
I'm afraid. So he will attack you, getting advantage.
Gonna bite the other cheek.
So he's 16 now because he's wielding both weapons. Oh, sorry. Could I have used my bonus action to give him a slap with the dagger? Can I wreck on that?
Sure. I'll allow
So I'm
it.
a dual wielder. Thank you.
Yeah. We do know you're a dual wielder, so that's not coming out of the blue.
That's a 13.
13 is enough.
For 4 more piercing.
It is definitely not looking very well. You get the impression this thing was not at its full strength to begin with, and it's definitely not at its full strength now. However,
yeah.
You are still sat on it.
Indeed, he is.
So, again, that the seat that you're sat on, the teeth kind of form up around and attempt to close in on you. For a 18 to hit.
That will do it, sir.
And you will take 10 points of damage.
I'm afraid he's added the arse eaten out of him again. And he is minus 10. He's at -4 from 9. Oh, my arse!
And then collapses. Yeah. And this thing is starting to gnaw away.
Cheeky.
See, all the service you get in this place. Water or pestle.
Okay. So if Sir Richard is down, do I have like a clear shot? Like, or is he with Richard sitting on him? Is he like?
I'll say probably actually. I'm going to move this out the way. You will recognize that's a homunculi. It has some cover from the table where you are at the minute.
Okay. If I was to move to, maybe here.
Yeah, you'd be able to get
so
line of sight around the corner.
Cool. So as Martyr is kind of skulking around the corner, it's like this will require a very carefully crafted spell. And then Pestle goes, boom, javelin. Speinspear. That is a 10. Oh, I'm going to use my bless.
Ooh, okay.
For a 12.
That's just what you needed. So everyone is pretty certain this thing's going to go, but somehow Pestle's able just to spin it round and it hits that frozen chair leg from before.
5 points of piercing damage.
It shatters and it keels to one side. just hanging on.
Do you know what? In that case, bonus action, gonna
no.
come up and start just. Oh, I said it. I said I'd do it. He's stupid. So I just have to realize that he's
if
just.
you want to do an intelligence check for Mortar to try to grab him back,
Yeah.
probably at disadvantage because Pestle has thing. But
No,
I'll allow you to attempt.
I'm committed.
Go for it.
He's gonna try and maul this chair.
You
Go
should
for
be
it.
committed.
He should be committed. 17.
Your teeth sink in. This is about the point that Pestle realizes, it is just barely hanging in there.
God damn. Well,
so we now have a chair that has a human to one side with his arse being eaten and a lizard folk on the other side. And your Mortar is fighting their arms not to grab the chair to push away.
Technically, if Mortar kills him, is he eating my ass?
hey,
human
you wouldn't,
mimic lizard
you wouldn't
folk
happen to have a cup of warm water, would you?
You wouldn't have a cup of warm water.
Oh boy. I am mine. Please take your turn and get us away from this.
Yeah.
I do get temporary hit points from that, though, just saying.
You can add your temporary hit points.
The arse eater has become the arse eaten.
So I mind you were looking at the door, but you hear this commotion. And
15, 20. Can I swing his poleaxe, the halberd, down across the table?
I'm going to say yes. Just don't roll a 1.
Oh, I can't really hope I roll a 1 now, to be honest. just to see. Down with the halberd. 13. Boo.
How do you dispatch this rogue chair?
I think just in the 2 inches of mimic, between Sir Richard's arse cheeks and Mortar's tongue and teeth.
There's a sentence about it that you never thought you'd say.
Yeah.
What have I unleashed on the world? I'm sorry, chat.
Cut through the elastic flesh of this mimic and just bring the.
So the axe blade of the halberd comes down. Yeah, it splits. Yeah. So Pestle going one way, with half the chair still stuck in his mouth. So Richard collapsing against the chair into the floor and a scrambled heap on the other. But this thing appears to be dead. The bit. Pestle, you're able to clear your teeth from it.
Chair.
Anything else I mind?
What impractical furniture.
Is that it? I mind. Sorry. Is it?
I don't. I mean, he's not seeing any immediate threats, is he?
Okay. There does not appear to be any other immediate threats.
He will offer a hand, and if in or out of combat to Sir Richard,
Richard's out.
Oh, he's down. He's down.
Down.
Well, then he will, of course. Yeah, sorry. He'll start moving. I mean, if he can clear the table, he's still got 5, 10, 15, 20. No, he's only got 10 foot of movement.
I mean, you can slide manfully across if you wanted to get to the corner, but
if he can, you
can roll me a dexterity, acrobatics if you have it, or dex check otherwise, or you can go. Maybe that's not for me, and
I'll give it a go. He's going to try and get to him.
Starsky and Hutch across the table. Oh, that's a 0. Wow.
No CPR for you.
So on a 0, I'm going to say in this circumstance, you don't even get 1 foot over the table. Instead, you kick the underside and you knock yourself prone.
Oh.
He's like a glitching video game character in Skyrim, walking, just keep walking.
He's just like stuck in the table, like halfway through the table.
Yeah.
And just all of you from across the room feel
Look
your
who's
vision
awake.
being pulled, and zoomed in on this pro character. I'll save you, Sir Richard.
Ah, and with that, Auri, this is back to you. You can see that this chair is starting to dissolve into this sort of grey muck, this ooze. Which Pestil's trying to clear away from the teeth, but Sir Richard is yet again sprawled, face down, arse up on the floor.
Yet again.
Jesus.
We know how you finished last night in the bar, don't you? Like,
He was rather well behaved, I have you know.
the bits you remember.
No.
Harry, sorry.
What can she do?
I mean, you can go to him and do a medicine check if you wish, just try to stabilize it.
Okay, yeah, she'll move over and assess.
Where are you? You can probably 5, 10, 15, 20. You could get to him. Yeah. Roll me a medicine check.
While Auri's doing that, I can imagine my mind is on the floor. There's another one of these chairs. It's got me. Kill it.
Oh
God.
Yes, you are able to stabilize. Could you roll me a 1d4, please? Lovely. Okay. With that, we are out of combat. You have stabilized Sir Richard, who is now unconscious. Let's lose the music for this again.
Sorry, was that
Wait, 0 or 1?
You are currently at 0 and will be unconscious for 4 hours.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, it just gives us more time to eat breakfast.
I'm going to say this is the point that Kuman comes around carrying toast. Where would he all
Nobody
be
sit
sitting?
down.
I poke the chair in front of me with my dagger.
You put your dagger to it. It pulls away. This seems to be a chair.
I'll go sit in the thing.
Exactly what a mimic would do.
No. You are, as far as you can tell, there doesn't seem to be anything more in this space. So Richard is on the floor in the space where a chair would be.
I'm actually just thinking I might take that potion of vitality I have and try and administer it to him if I can.
Are you sure?
I don't like.
Just double check what the potion of vitality does before you do that.
Okay.
You absolutely can do. You just might want to check.
I
if
will
you have it.
I assumed it was hit points.
It might be a bit more than hit points.
If he isn't already in such a position, the Iron Mind will kind of just make sure Sir Richard's, head is like he's in a comfortable, unconscious position.
I mean, Auri is already actually. Auri is already.
He'll be
the recovery
fine.
position, so he's already there.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
So
And
that's
he's thinking
all.
that.
Yeah, the only thing I'm worried about is like Mortar and Pestle looking at him like food now.
Yeah. He's,
No.
he's thinking his trainers, his masters at the monastery, at the academy, had always told him, because he wasn't planning to sit down. You don't sit unless you're instructed to, and you stand at attention. And he's starting to think, is this why? Is this if you don't know how to sit in a chair correctly, or is this why I was told never to sit down? Yeah.
Oh, I've got a whole thread I can put in now. Marvelous, yes.
I guess I'll prop Sir Richard up like Weekend at Bernie's style into the chair and hands on the table, the head just.
So Richard is there. Kuman is kind of flying out with putting toast down. There's a pot of tea is being brought out. They are apparently serving you a full, I don't know, English breakfast doesn't exist here, but there is a full breakfast.
Full extra dimensional breakfast.
As they flutter around, does it look like they have malicious intent?
Roll me an insight check.
19.
What do you know of homunculi? Roll me then an arcana check to see what you know.
Oh, this is going to go great. 2.
Okay, you don't understand these devil creatures that fly in any way, shape, or form, but they appear to be providing food that smells great, and they seem to be serving you at least as well as the servers did at the Heath last night.
Right, good to know.
So there's nothing makes you in any way. You've been in situations where people have served you food and you've been and nothing about this gives you any air of this being a problem.
I just want to ask them if they were aware of the arse-eating chairs in the other room.
No, it may have been something that escaped. The mistress does like to bring people in on occasion. We weren't aware that was there. I mean, the table is set, and we did not need to come in because the mistress hasn't been here for some time. Nor Kuman's master. So, do you want pancakes, sir?
Yes, please.
Right, you are. I do a wonderful pancake. It flutters back into the room. Your pan clatters onto the stove, and more aromas start to fill the air.
Iron Mind is just advising. He's advising everyone to do not eat the food prepared by the. He's wary enough of food prepared in the inn.
That's fair. What is it? Fronny, from where you are, and probably actually anyone who has a passive perception. Actually, everyone other than Iron Mind will notice that in this garden area, just occasionally dipping in and out, you can see these globes drifting that are glowing, that are bathing in light. This is different to the purple light you're seeing. There's like a balcony area over here that puts some shade, and then there's a tall hedge here. There's very definitely a purple light coming in from above somewhere, but there's also then these 2 glowing globes that kind of are just drifting, as you can see in that garden space. Iron Mind, you can't see these. You're too busy looking at the food, going, "Don't eat! What are you doing? Are you sitting properly?"
Poison in it.
Yeah. You're too busy looking for everyone else. Everyone else who walks in will see these. Just occasionally, these things just dip down.
These are windows, right?
Yes.
No.
So you can see out into this small garden space. These look to be real plants that are growing, but there is this strange purple light.
They seem to be plants. After the chair, right?
Iron Mind's going, nutrients, okay.
That's just disconcertingly non-committal description of vegetation.
It all seems fine.
Yeah.
I mean, but between stuffing toast in his face, Frony will ask Mortar if he knows what those lights are.
Yeah, I was just going to say, besides the flora out there, I'm very curious about these floating orbs.
Roll me an Arcana check. It'll be a very low DC for these.
And a low DC is what you shall get, sir. That is a natural one.
What?
This is actually pestle now, not mortar, because pretty.
I'm going to say at this point, for some reason, mortar has got distracted and pestle has taken over, and you are not able at this point to identify them.
I like the pretty lights.
It's just a sphere, like so, that is glowing. But for Honor, you do not seem to get an answer as to what they actually are.
I mean, is Pistol doing the whole bug light thing at this moment against the window, I guess.
Yeah, he's like one hand like on the plate shoveling food into his mouth and the other hand against the glass just going, ah.
I mean, we'll figure it out eventually. I'll ask Mortar when he comes back.
Those of you, Fronny, make me a perception check.
Perception. No.
Okay. Thank you.
We're rolling
Carry on.
famously low today.
Oh, this is par for the course for me.
So as it stands, some of you are eating breakfast, some of you are in the kitchen, or have not moved yourselves in yet. So Richard, it is a great breakfast spread before you, and at least you're smelling the aroma, even if you're not in a position to taste it. Pancakes are brought out. Cumin and coriander seem perfectly happy to request what more you need doing. One will ask, should I be taking the clothes from him now to start the cleaning?
Yes.
Very good. And Coriander will start to disrobe Sir Richard with the intention to clean and prepare the clothes later.
Out of curiosity, how long is it going to take to repair his clothes?
It depends how much damage has gone into it. Might
I
take
take
a few
my dagger
hours.
and I rip it.
The clothes?
Yes.
That's going to take a bit longer now, but I'm sure we can manage this. It's fine. Yes, so while you're eating, Sir Richard, you are down to your skivvies. Your armor's probably in good enough state that's just folded neatly to one side. Rapier's put very nicely on top. Your traveling pack's put to one bit. That's all very neatly arranged, but your clothes are taken away. Cool. You can stay there as long as you like. You get the impression these homunculi, which Mortar would recognize as homunculi.
I'm sorry, I thought I was out. Am I not out?
Oh, yeah,
You are unconscious.
Yeah, Grant. Sorry, I thought you said I can stay there as long as I like.
No, I'm sorry. I was saying to the party. We are.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. So to the party, how much of this spread do you wish to go with?
I mean, I guess we're staying until Sir Richard wakes up.
Yeah, we
You're
can't
gonna wait.
from here.
Okay, so after an hour, he's still unconscious.
Can we find out any information from the two little?
What do you want to ask them?
What
They're
are
bringing in
Yeah,
Sorry.
I want to ask them if they know anything about the empty bookshelf, where those books could be found, maybe.
Question, bro.
They know that. The only thing that I can think of, sir, that might be of some use is there are some books with single letters that we are not to touch. I have seen those in that doorway at some point. Other than that, I don't know anything more about them.
Book with one letter in it?
It takes a bit to work out, but essentially there is a single letter on the spine for what Cumin mentions to you. I don't know if that's what's building the pile of books.
Would there be seven of these books, perchance?
Yes.
I believe these are some of the books we are looking for from when the door told us to look to the bookshelf, no?
I think so.
Probably. More food.
Do these books spell anything?
Brew, as you're sat there, you're going to notice that some of the leaves in the garden seem to move out of place. You don't see anything, but it's like they move as if something's brushing past them. Just occasionally.
I'll definitely mention that to the rest.
Okay. It's pointed out, and even I in mind will notice it's very occasionally. Like it happens once again, we see like a branch as if something had rested on it in a moment. And then nothing else seems to be there.
Does the branch, so for instance, with the branch, move back to the position it was in eventually, or does it?
How long do you stay watching it, I guess?
He's got nothing else to do. And he just watches. He's like scanning the tree line.
So as we go into hour 2 and all this, yeah, at some point the branch does go back again, as if something's just left.
I in mind Oh, no, because I don't want to kick anything off with Richard still unconscious. But he is going to say, I believe, or this one believes, something may be out there, something not perceptible to most eyes.
Meow. Behind you, a cat walks across the floor in the kitchen. Pauses to look at you all and then just carries on. And you hear the sound of it lapping at a saucer.
Is there an open window leading out to the garden?
In the corridor, there was a door that was slightly ajar, and also an open door that led into this arboretum space.
I'm going to get up and follow the cat if I can.
Sure. So the cat at the minute is just in the kitchen. It is in a far corner where you see there are
Oh my
4
God.
saucers on the floor that all have milk in, and this cat is currently lapping the milk from one of those.
You did not tell me cat was on the menu.
Don't eat the cat.
No, he's not. I'm just kidding. You said it's eating out of a dish.
It's just a saucer of milk that's on the floor that's lapping. Yeah.
Who wants this beast?
That belongs to the mistress. She has a few cats around. They keep her company for the times she's staying here, where she does not have guests.
So there is more.
More guests.
There are 3 or 4 around.
Regulars?
4 around.
And during the skirmish here in the dining room, actually, that reminds me, we heard a man with the shouting when we first entered. They just scattered? Were they always here in the kitchen, or do they?
The shout you heard was Matrius from behind you in this, who left.
Oh, he left the mansion itself.
He left the mansion itself.
Sorry.
And the shout was him. Yeah, he was crying out just as the door was closing.
I thought he went back upstairs and we heard the shout and we just kind of.
No, he's actually exited the mansion.
Okay, cool. It's like, okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10, like were his cries more painful when the door closed in his arse than mine were when Nick's teeth closed in my arse?
Yours were probably more painful.
Okay, good to know.
On a scale of pinch to chomp.
So these cats, they keep the mistress company, you say?
Yes. I believe it is a human thing to do. I would not know, but they keep these small creatures. I believe they do something called petting.
Well, she keeps you as well, yeah? You're a small creature.
We do not here for petting. We do the jobs around the mansion that the mistress does not have time for.
Mm-hmm.
And they see that
says this is scribbling. That's what humans do. Okay, yeah. Petting,
yeah, you can see in the corner that Coriander is busy sewing up Richard's things. Just working on that dagger slit now. Just very good knitting work.
And
sorry, his clothes or his arse?
And also, can I ask, while I'm speaking with you, my friend the Iron Mind, he says he sees something out in the garden of note out there.
That would be the fairy dragons.
The fairy dragons?
Yes, mischievous, mostly harmless, but probably best to leave them their space.
Yeah, especially when you say they're mostly harmless.
I mean,
would they know where the lady of the manor is?
It was hard to ask them questions. They like to play pranks, and I still have the smell of egg up one nostril where I tried to feed on breakfast the other day.
But maybe if we were to present it with some food, some breakfast, and
you are welcome to
they
try,
enjoy human meat.
Well, that's something we have in common then, isn't it? Well, no,
As much-
pestle says that, not mortar.
Yeah. Do they?
I'm not. I have never seen them eat human meat. If you do not need your colleague in
Okay.
the other room, we could try that out. But I
Wait,
suspect
I
you
have,
won't.
I have meat rations here. I will go and feed it.
Don't be so crude. We would never eat one of our companions.
Very good. One never
That would be-
knows.
Never say
It would
never.
be rude of me to.
Okay. I might let the guys know that there's that fairy dragon outside, and
Okay.
potentially might be able to get some information.
Ironmine says, he says, though I can't see them now. If I get close enough, I will be able to sense them. So if you want, this one can wander. Because Iron Mind has 10 foot of blind sight and can see invisible things. He can.
Is
you know, he's
aware of this
psychic.
invisible thing. Yeah.
Yeah, he's aware of them. Yeah, he can.
This is
But he didn't want to go
wonderful,
wandering out, because if it kicked off, Richard's unconscious.
It's
Now,
up
do
for
you
you to go into gardens if you wish, sir. I say that they are there to play pranks for the most part. I'm not sure my mistress quite bargained on how much they like playing pranks.
Okay. Well, are we happy to just chill out until Richard wakes up, or
I
how
am.
does everyone feel?
Yeah, I'm happy
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, let's do that then. Yeah, we'll tend to the
Seems the
unconscious
intelligent
Richard.
thing to do.
Yeah, probably.
Fair enough. So sort of by about the end of hour 3, as you all seem to have had your food, they keep bringing small snacks into you, should you wish them. But all the clothes are cleaned and repaired and re-put on at the end of hour 4. Sir Richard, you wake up. You're sat at a table.
Is there anybody tending to me?
At this
As
moment,
they said.
everyone seems to be sitting around you. They've enjoyed a repast. You can see there is this. In fact, the plates would have gone, so you can see there is steaming tea available. Should you wish it, everyone is sat around.
Okay, who's this? Zori, is it?
It's Ari right next to you. Yes.
Okay, Ari, sorry. Okay, so Richard will. So Richard will sit up and he's clearly still.
You
out.
have 1 hit point as you recover.
Thank you. Good to know. Let me just change that. And he's clearly still delirious. So
I mean, he looks rough as anything.
Yeah, pretty much. And like you've also, given the fact that a mimic just ate his arse, you've had him in the recovery position where he's sitting on a fucking wooden seat, which is not ideal. But he wakes up. You could have lay him on the table face down, but anyway, it doesn't matter. He sits up.
I gave you the recovery position.
the other way.
No. Oh. And then he turns to Ori or Ari, who's right beside him, and he goes, "Mumsy, is that you? I missed my special copy, especially so. The one with the rubbery tip you used when I was young. I miss you, Mumsy. He shouldn't have killed you." And then he'll wake up and go, Oh, I may have said. And he'll stand up. Oh.
You might want to be careful.
Richard, you were calling for your, and he looks for your mother. This one assumes it was an honorific for mother. Where is she? Can this one go find her for you?
She was murdered. It's all right.
Can this one find the murderer?
I'm sorry.
That cat approaches you and starts leaning as you're standing. It's kind of
sorry. What cat? Because I was
a cat has suddenly appeared and is starting to rub itself against your shins.
Hello. Must have caught the scent of blood. No. Thank you. I mind you. You're a wonderful friend.
Over Ironmine's head, one of the little kind of imp creatures flies. We fixed your clothes, sir, and they're repaired. Are you missed breakfast earlier? Would you like us to get something re-prepared for you?
It smells wonderful. I'll take it standing, thank you. And that's maybe I and mine will have a chat about it some other time. But thank you, sir. You're very considerate, and I appreciate your concern.
So when you're feeling well, might this one have a word in private with you?
I'd very much enjoy that, sir. Thank you.
So is your plan now to give another hour or so for Richard to recover a little more, or do you want to push on at this stage?
I'm ready to go, my friends. I am ready to grab the bull by the horns, as it were. And then he tries to sit down and says, oh.
A bacon roll is brought to you on a plate, if you wish to take it.
Yes, I will eat it, sir.
Does he actually make the noise when he eats?
Yeah, he does, yeah.
They're like these little homunculi.
Once he swallows one bite and he goes,
Just imagine these little homunculi, like as a college student in Cork, there was I remember there was a service going around that was like a hangover cure service. You'd text them and it would be like energy drinks, McDonald's breakfast.
Yeah. Been there.
These little dudes going around.
And so Richard, you will notice anything. There is a dagger slit somewhere on one of your clothes. It definitely wasn't there before. It's been very expertly stitched together, very definitely noticeably.
Oh, like a little.
It doesn't matter.
Look,
I've been in my share of battles. It doesn't bother me.
Very good. So where would you like to go, my squad of adventurers?
I think I
There's
would
no-
Try outside.
Yeah, is there a door outside here somewhere?
So
only
not
the
from the dining
windows?
room where you are, but there is a doorway you saw in the corridor earlier.
I tell you
Go
what,
out to.
I might not. I might climb. I might go in last. Given my current condition, that's all.
Yep, there is also, I'll say, there's a door here that opens back into the corridor if you wish to go through that way.
Oh, I see. Okay. Iron Mind will advise not to go at the very back. If we're in a line, he's suggesting you stay somewhere in the middle, just in case
Good
something
idea.
sneaks up on us.
In this room here.
You don't want another attack from behind.
It's very
No.
true.
I don't think Sir Richard will want to be taken from behind for quite some time.
Well, I mean, if it's consensual, I mean, but that wasn't. So,
Well, of course.
right.
That door for you.
Actually, during the few hours, Iron Mind wanted to ask Auri and the others if these little guys, he had been told that his master, when he was assigned one, would probably, would have servants and would have his meals, his or her meals prepared for them. And he's wondering, is this usual? Is this all house stuff? Are they all these little dudes? Like, is that normal? These little house, the kitchen demons? Yeah.
Lovely if it was, wouldn't it? Wow.
Sounds like a Gordon Ramsay show. Kitchen demons.
I mean, I wouldn't mind having a kitchen demon of mine.
Where's the lamb sauce?
Cool. So Iron Minder, you're going into the garden then at this point.
Can he pass through?
Yep. So these trees, as you come in, they sound fairly tall. You, from where you are, you're looking underneath the sort of balcony area from the level above. You can now see for the first time the sky, such that it is. It is this roiling masma of purple clouds and mist. You have not seen anything like this, and it just seems to stretch out. It's just this constant roiling, moving, and this deep purple colors. You also believe there might be something in the tree ahead of you.
He will. He hasn't drawn his weapon just yet, and he's moving with his hands visible.
Okay.
Both hands sort of raised slightly.
Yep.
And is sort of moving to the bough of the tree and looking up to see if
Okay, if you
he
can
get
wait
close enough to
there
sense
for me.
anything around him.
Yes. So as you get there,
Move back if you need to, obviously.
no, where you are now is absolutely fine. Can you make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. There is this from part way up the tree. There's this, and this sort of a puff of gas suddenly is expelled towards you. Yeah, I mean the instinct to the training is there, and you pull away from this thing. But as you look back, you kind of feel that the creature was up there is moving away from you, and you hear giggling.
Presumably has moved.
They sound very friendly.
Has moved out of this one's.
You know it, wherever it was, has gone up this way, but then has gone beyond your awareness space.
Sorry, Tom, it's gone up to the
It
north.
moved that way into the garden, and then but you get the person is also moving upwards. But whatever it was has moved away, and there's you can hear the giggling that kind of goes away with it. You also hear it echoed in a corner farther in this garden.
I'm not sure if we will be able to treat with these creatures. We seek the Lady Fistania. Is it Fistania?
Fistandia. Yeah. There is you hear the giggle circles overhead about sort of 15 foot. But there doesn't seem to be anything else. Can you make me another wisdom save, please? As from low down below you, this is we all see, those who are near, they all see the grass rustle as something flies towards you. And it catches you off guard, and you, without meaning to, you breathe in ever so slightly. You feel this thing wheel around and fly off and away and up again. Okay. And can you roll me a 1d6?
Yeah, just d6. Yeah. 3.
Can you please move your character as far as you can move? Roll. You are attempting to walk into the wall behind you.
Yeah, it's a straight.
So you basically, this thing's got you, and you basically just turn, and you're just trying to walk through this.
Yeah, he's doing that
solid
glitching Skyrim.
Iron Mind, he's a Skyrim NPC.
Oh man, it's so on brand tonight.
And there is 2 giggling now playing in this things above you.
Is he aware that he is walking in this direction, or is he sort of dazed?
Yeah, he's aware of it. Roll me another 1d6.
Yes, Iron Man, are you okay?
He's just walking, and he's
Are you all
saying
right?
diplomacy seems
Won't somebody go and fetch him?
unlikely.
Sorry, no. Can you? Sorry, another wisdom saving throw.
Oh, sorry, another wisdom.
Yeah.
He's saying that diplomacy seems unlikely.
If we're just watching this, Sir Richard's one hit point or not, he's going to go out and get him.
Can we go out to him? That's what I was...
If you want, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Sir Richard will just run out and get him. My friend, come on, let's go.
My mind.
And he'll try and drag him back in.
Okay, so Iron Mind, you're going to attempt to walk in this direction towards the window. So you're going up and left from where you are. You're basically on the stop. You spin, and you're going to head straight now through Owry and up towards this way.
Can I try and grab him?
Yeah,
bring him back in.
You can try and grab him. Yeah. Let's do a contested athletics check, please.
I'm rather shy to these. I have +0.
Is anyone aiding Sir Richard?
I can try and help him. Yeah.
Yeah. So Sir Richard, roll again.
Better than -0, isn't it?
What one do I have to? Sorry.
Athletics, please. Top of your skill list.
Go roll again. It's a 15, my friend.
So you two are not dragged behind him as he goes along, but you are not able to stop.
This one is so sorry.
Yeah, the giggling now is there. Whatever's enjoying this is really enjoying this now. This is good fun. We like this.
Can I try and appeal to his better nature and say, Iron Man, we need to leave. You're being something's happening to you. This is kind of supernatural in nature, as it were. Oh, I assume I'm there.
Yep.
So, Iron Man, we need to leave, sir.
Well, we have a wisdom saving throw when you're ready. I mind.
Yeah.
Is anyone else doing anything while this is happening?
I'm going to shout out at these invisible things and just say, I demand you cease this nonsense immediately.
Are you speaking in common?
I guess he would be, yeah.
Let's double check. Actually.
There's a moment of silence and then the giggling carries on.
I will attempt.
Iron Mind, at this point, you shake off this kind of almost euphoric essence you were feeling, and you have control of yourself again.
Man, sir, we need to leave this place. Let's go. Are you coming?
Yeah, sorry, I just realized. I think I forgot to put his language in because he's a human. I think, but he speaks common and deep speech. I think is what I gave him.
Okay.
The psionic,
Oh my goodness!
mind flayer, etc. language.
What happened to you there, sir?
Jesus comes in. Did not
Does
like
anyone
that at
speak Sylvan or Draconic?
I speak Draconic.
I do not.
As you all set to leave in Draconic, you'll hear, "Come back soon."
Aye, sir.
I shall reply in Draconic.
Okay.
And it will be Pistol who replies. I'll say, I don't know what you did to my friend Ironmind, so we will not be back very soon.
Oh, we're so bored. Come back and play soon.
If you are bored, you tell us where our shiny books are.
Books are boring. Come here and play.
I mean, he's probably tempted, but he won't.
Books are boring. They taste shit.
Yeah.
This is just going to be a tour now of all you eating different things. Can we eat this? Is this edible? What can we do with this?
That's
Morton
Pestil's cider.
Can you speak to them?
And he turns back to Sir Richard, and the first half of the sentence is in Draconic. Why, yes, I can. And then he's realized what's happening, and oh yes, they speak the lizard tongue.
Could you, but by any chance, tell them that they're a bunch of dirty shites?
Ah, yes, 1 second. You are a bunch of dirty shites.
Thank you, sir.
There's more giggling. They don't seem offended.
Okay.
I'd say.
Yeah, all you can hear is giggling. But
yeah, I mean, you can all hear the giggling. That's all there. So,
as they were walking back in, then Iron Mind sort of, has a sort of whispers or has a little private word with Sir Richard as he was leading him in, and he says, "Oh," and he says, "This one you called this one a friend earlier." He says, "Please, sir, please do refrain. This one is not permitted to have friends." It's improper.
So, Richard, you can make of that what you will.
Sorry, I thought you were talking to the dragon. Sorry, can you say that again?
No, he says to Sir Richard that you said earlier that this one was your friend. He says that this one is not permitted to have friends. He says, please, sir, it's not, you are here. I am. This one is here.
Well, I do believe, sir, that it is my right and privilege to decide who is my friend, and then obviously you are not permitted to decide who is your friend. So I choose who my friends are,
and I have decided that you are my friend, sir.
Very well. If this is what you command, this one shall be.
Indeed it is, sir. And he'll hold out his fist for a fist bump. And you're going to shake it.
Yeah.
Exactly what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ronnie, meanwhile, you've headed back down the corridor.
You
You
should
stand.
punch harder. Follow through, sir.
You stand. There's a staircase to your north, or farther down the corridor. There are another 4 doors, 3 on the wall to the north, and 1 door at the end.
Yeah, I mean, Freddy's just standing, kind of contemplating. Should we go up? Should we, finish downstairs?
Clear yes, do a sweep of this floor, I think would be Iron Mind's
Okay.
suggestion.
So the next door along is where Iron Mind is currently placed.
Is Iron Mind allowed to make suggestions?
He is making security suggestions. It is one area in which he is allowed to offer his opinion.
Yeah, only in security. No, nothing else is he allowed to have any opinion.
Only in threat assessment. That's it.
I love him so much.
So yeah, but at this point there is a door by you, Iron Mind, if you wish to do something with it, or if you wish to delegate the security to someone else in your team.
Sort of
I mean,
should we open it?
Yeah, I mean, go for it. I wouldn't let Sir Richard near it at this stage. He might need a nap first.
Yeah, he will. Once everyone is ready, and he's not going to like bust the door open if people are still, drawing a weapon or preparing the spells. He'll make sure everyone's, if somebody wants to, somebody's got mage armor to cast or something, before we go potentially getting into a fight, he'll let that happen, and when everyone's ready, he'll open the door.
Okay, so I will presume that you've all set yourselves up as needed.
Yeah.
And at that point, you open the door.
Right.
Inside, you can see that it's a study. Where is my
Study with a cat in it.
description of whichever room you're on? So in this study, the entire, so you can see the far wall of this study and the wall to your side is a floor to ceiling bookshelf. You can see there's this scarlet armchair off to the one side next to a writing desk. A fluffy black cat is curled up on that chair, seemingly asleep. As you two enter, the cat will sit up and meow, meow, and will then jump down and will head towards Iron Mind. It's going to start trying to rub itself up against your legs.
For an instant, he thinks, it's a threat, but then he remembers, I can't remember if it was cumin or coriander, saying that humans keep these. And he really wishes he knew what petting, I suppose he's not stupid, so he's familiar with the concept of petting. He does have +3 intelligence. So he sort of, kind of gets down and tries to pet it. It's a bit awkward.
Make me an animal handling check. The cat is not dissuade and seems to like you and is now kind of walking around alongside you.
He is an involuntary smile and then realizes that he has smiled and sets his face stony again for that rather embarrassing and inappropriate outburst of emotion.
Yes, so there is a study before you.
I'm just going to squeeze in between all 3 of them.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And start looking around, see if I can find anything.
Roll me an investigation check.
It's a 12.
12. All right. So what do we find in this? How long are you spending doing this? I guess then there's another question.
I mean, not a full hour or anything, just a quick rummage, check the desk, check if there's any drawers on the shelves, under the cushions.
Okay. So the desk doesn't appear to have a lot to it. It appears it's somewhere for someone to take notes. The books on the shelf seem to all be memoirs, mostly by Fistandia. You see the handwriting in them is the same as the notes that were in the book that was outside. You found the command word in. There are 3 paintings on the walls, one of which is a landscape scene of a large green dragon coming from a grove of pine trees, a Pegasus in flight, and a portrait of a unicorn in a wooded glade with a lake behind. On the chair underneath where the cat was sitting is a book with the letter A on its spine.
All
we need.
And
that's one.
in the top corner up here, just as you're finishing up with that 12, which is just what you needed, you see there is a book that when you pull, the shelf kind of pushes back and you realize it actually is a door.
I did a thing.
You did a thing. And a door opens as the shelf swings out ever so slightly.
Thing or a bad thing?
I placed myself there because, I mean, that's where I would have been.
Yep. Beyond it, you can see there is a passageway. And if you stick your head in.
I'm not sticking my head in.
Damn it! I'll get you next time. There is a passageway behind it, from what you can tell. You would need to stick your head in to see anything more.
Quick chat with Mortar, Basil.
Yeah, I mean,
I can go if you want.
No, I'll have a look. I mean, what's the chances of there being another giant centipede?
I mean, you say that. You had to say that.
No. Why? It's like saying the Q word.
Frozen the giant centipede. If you want to step in, I will presume it's you just having a look rather than stepping all the way. Yep.
Ooh, it's dark.
Oh, I just stepped
you don't have dark vision, do you?
No, I'm a halfling. I can light a torch if I really have to.
I think I do if you want me to go.
Yep.
Yeah, you do.
So I'm 80 years old.
Yeah, it's basically you step in and it's a wall to your left, there's a wall in front of you, it's open to your right, and it's just dark. Ari, when you step in, you see there are stairs going down.
Guys, there are stairs going down. Do we dare? Sure.
Secrets are kept either far below or high above.
Never hide your stuff wherever they think you should hide it.
I have a quick chat with Mortar.
Yes, I think I'm going to end it at this point in a moment, but you can have a quick chat now while they've all found this.
Yeah, well,
stairway.
They're all in there. Sir Richard, like, well, my friend, rather no awkward question. My posterior feels quite painful, and I was wondering if you wouldn't mind if I divested myself of my pants. Would you tell me how bad it looks down there? Because I cannot see it.
Oh yeah, yes, I can. No problem doing that.
Okay, well, please don't would you mind closing that door to your left?
You go up and shut the door. But like he won't shut it. He'll crack it open.
Rather apt.
Yes.
And he'll pull his pants in. It seems rather breezy down here, and I feel like I'm not sure. Could you tell me, is everything all right? And his head is on his hand now, and he's like looking down. He's like, is everything?
Fronny, Bruin, Ari, you actually, and I mind you there, you notice the door is pushed to at this point.
What are they doing?
He's like, is everything
One's
look
not sure. I'll go
functional from the outside?
So before Iron Mind steps out, what
Richard,
are
are
Mortar
you
and
all
Pestle?
right?
Mortar and Pestle, what state are you in?
No,
In
like I
6
mean,
seconds, this will be funny.
he's a man of science. Like he's curious about medicine and all that. Do I need to roll anything or?
I mean, you can roll me a medicine check should you so desire.
I'm actually not. What I'm gonna do is, Marshall will be like, yes. You'd be happy to know I have seen verse, but I have a spell that might make you feel a little better. If that.
Very well. What does it do?
Well, it won't alleviate most of the pain, but you will feel a little better after it.
I'm in, sir.
Very well.
Count me 100. I will feel a little better after it. I'm in 100%, sir. Do what thou will.
The only problem is it is the touch spell.
Do you need to touch my posterior?
Yes, I would need to do that. Yeah.
The afflicted area, as it were.
Yes, I would. Yes.
I mean, very well. Do your worst, sir.
Okay. So Mortar's going to cast light on his ass, so it'll beam with a golden light for an hour.
Iron Mind, you throw open the door.
It feels warm, sir. It feels warm.
As you see Mortar do this, and then the sun shines directly out of Sir Richard Us.
You'd have thought the sun shines from a full moon. Hey,
It feels warm. It feels warm, sir. As you rightly said, sir, I definitely do not feel better.
And of course, all of you in the right line on that study to see exactly what's glowing.
Iron Mind just shouts, "But what are they doing then?" This one is confused.
It's just cast.
We're all confused.
He asked me to make the pain in his buttocks feel better, so I make him feel better, slightly better.
Very well.
I can confirm I do not feel the remotest bit better, sir.
Well, how's the say goes? You think the sun shines out your ass? Is that
No, I do not, sir. But
it is a phrase, I believe, and now it is.
Oh, I see.
It is quite literal.
And on that note, that's the point we're going to leave it. As Sir Richard is bent over.
Just for a second, can Sir Richard see? Can he discern what's happened, or
make me?
I mean, if he looks down,
yes, make me a perception check.
Like, I mean, if we ever go into a dark area, all you have to do is pull down your pants.
Glow in the dark house.
I mean, definitely things are a lot brighter.
And so can he understand the reference of where, like, Mortar Pestle has said that he thinks the world that everything kind of shines out of his arse?
Have you ever seen the light cantrip before? I guess is the question.
Well, no. Does he get like the joke that they played on it? Yeah, that they played on it.
How worldly is Sir Richard? I guess.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, like, he would know that, like, 100%, and, like, honest to God, that his heart will be broken. Like he will be, when there's a kid amongst the playground of bullies that doesn't realize they're bullies.
No,
when he gets that, his heart will be shattered.
In that case, if you believe he would be aware of that reference, then
he would. Yeah. Okay.
That is what happens.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, that's good character development.
He's really hurt.
Well, if he's visibly hurt, he'll say, "I mean that in jest, of course."
Yeah,
but,
and like he'll throw the stiff upper lip on. And of course, I get it. Funny joke, and all that. Yes. Okay.
And with that, we are thank you, chat.
Yeah, thanks
with us on this first
everyone, guys, for hanging in.
Players.
Good fun.
One of the widest journeys I've gone on, and I hope you don't go stranger next time round. And we will be back in 2 to 4 weeks, seeing how things go, see what we can find next in this joy of extra-dimensional spaces we find ourselves. Thank you all.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks
Guys.
everyone.
Everyone.
Tom. Thanks everyone. Bye.
Bye.